Hello everybody, this is YMODA, and I am your Master of Dungeon Affairs. And tonight we get to dive into Atmos Black from a different point of view. We're going to visit the Atmos Tram-Way system, or A.T.W.E. Let's start with some character introductions because we have new ones and new people who have not yet played in this universe. I'll start over here with Moa on my left.
Hello, I'm Casey. I'm going to be playing Gordak. I'm really looking forward to this. I dabbled in some of the previous setup to this universe, and it sounds like a lot of fun. So,
I'm Chance. I'll be playing Richard Roy. I've never really played this system before, but I'm real excited to try it out.
I'm Rob. I am playing Kane Voss. This is my first time in the modern age system, but it'll be a good time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Brandon. I've played this just a little bit before, and I'm playing Jax.
I am Luke. I am playing Matthias, and I have played this for one session.
It's super easy. It'll be fine. It's 3d6. Just roll the mad numbers together. We're good. All right. So let's hop right in. The A.T.W.E. hums to life. A sterile yet efficient transport system. The tram is sleek and lined with glowing blue rail lights. The hum of its maglev engine is barely perceptible. Screens flicker overhead, running a corporate ad for BioStem. BioStem presents the NeuroLink VI. Game without limits. Play with your mind. Introducing the NeuroLink VI, BioStem's latest breakthrough in neural integrated gaming technology. Whether you're on the go or fully immersed at home, blah, blah, blah. You see passengers start to settle into their seats, some buying tickets, others kind of just getting off of work or heading to work. You see a couple of individuals as we hop over to the station. I wouldn't say he's disheveled, but he definitely looks like timid. Some corporate exec employee with his kid, this nerdy little guy with platinum blonde hair and big old round frame glasses. His dad's kind of staring over at him with his suave, Rico Suave blonde hair, but wearing it because it makes him look confident when he isn't. But you hear him kind of whisper down to his son, "Nick, stay close, all right? Your mother's going to be so happy to see us." Dad, I don't like this place. It feels wrong. It's going to be fine. She works at the World Burger, okay? She's flipping hamburgers. Nothing's going to happen today. It's just a railroad. But as these denizens sort of board the train, you see a few different ones. You see this individual kind of stumbling onto the train with a bionic arm and leg. It kind of malfunctions as he tries to find a seat. Let's start with Kane Voss. What might your character be doing right now? You don't necessarily have to be at the station. I imagine your character is somewhere further on, or they could be riding the train to get to where they need to do maintenance, or they could already be there doing maintenance.
I think Kane would be getting ready to get on the train to go to where he needs to do the maintenance at.
So what might you be doing on the train as you kind of prepare for your work day?
Kane doesn't really like people too well. He has this job because he has to have it to survive. He's sitting there kind of keeping to himself, hands as he's sitting folded over, his head tilted down, just thinking about his past and how it is he got here.
Right. As you're going through those thoughts, the A.T.W.E manager, Nathan, or as some people like to call him, Nasty Nate, he kind of approaches to you, leans up against the tram doorway as it opens, and kind of finds a spot next to you and kind of gives that like, sleeping on the job already.
I haven't even started working yet.
Do you know what the job is today?
Isn't it the same as always, removing rocks?
We've been getting an increase in tremors, so we need to verify all the hardware once we get down there. Make sure none of the railways are coming loose, and verify the seismic activity is, not caused any undue breakage along the route, like fallen lampposts, things like that.
Okay.
All right, glad to see you're on board. Let's do it.
I mean, what else would I be doing? Why wouldn't I be on board?
Look, I don't want to see any of my employees sleeping. All the customers and service members are getting on the train, so just keep the eyes open, would you? And walks off. Let's go over to Jax. What would Jax be doing on the train?
Jax would be kind of sitting back, scheming a little bit, trying to spy some people that are easily agitated to instigate some excitement, so that way he can maybe find some work a little later on.
Okay. Let's see. You probably see a couple of punk kids just kind of joyriding on the train. Like, this might be like their daily activity to just kind of rebel and be a pain in the ass to anybody who's trying to be at work. What do you do to instigate? You do see one of the a couple of the corporate execs on the train get a little nervous with those kids around. And you see one of the service, A.T.W.E customer service representatives kind of walking the train, handing out drinks or other snacks, refreshments. It's this black woman with dreads kind of pulled back in a bun, wearing her loose, baggy, A.T.W.E uniform, known as Gina. You've probably at least seen her before. She kind of doesn't take sass from anybody. Actually, let me ask. Kane would probably be in the same vicinity as any of this that might happen, and we'll get to you. Are you going to be on the train, or are you going to be there already?
I would be on the train.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
so-
He might also be nearby where these punk kids are starting to get into shenanigans. But we'll say the train's kind of started moving at this point. You guys are kind of on your way to the World Junction is what it's called. And it's a good little ride away, but you guys are on your way there. What do you do to instigate?
I would probably go try to get the kids' attention, call them over, and offer them a little bit of money to try to steal some alcohol
Okay.
from Gina.
Yeah, Gina's kind of moving a cart. It's got some alcohol definitely reserved inside. How old is your character, by the way? The picture makes him look like he's in his 40s. So I was gonna...
43. Yeah.
Okay, good. I was like, I hope I made him the right age. Cause... Okay. What are you looking at us for, old man?
Hey, I got a job for you.
Oh yeah?
Extra.
Does it pay?
It does pay.
Oh shit!
You
man.
get
This
you
is gonna
get
be an eventful ride.
the more chaos you create, the more you get paid. It's a win-win because I'll get paid in the long run. But if you can throw a few swings, that earn you a little extra.
Who are you?
Just your friendly neighborhood helper.
Make a persuasion check.
That's all three, right?
Or deception, whichever one you want. You just add communication if you don't have those.
11, 13.
Are you a recruiter for the Chrome Cobras? You're just trying to see what we can do, right? Is that what's happening here? Because I know they've been keeping their eye on me. They know that I'm legit. Like, I've snagged a purse or two. Got a credit chip one time. I know they've been watching.
You got it. I just want to see what you can do when the pressure's on, and you know you're being watched.
How much though? How much?
Let's go $10. If you get caught, and then if you do it,
10 credits.
10 credits.
Get us a cheeseburger when we get there. So
Yeah.
nothing too crazy. 'Cause
Nothing
Are you gonna
too
pull me
crazy.
out of You're gonna pull me out if we like get out of jail if we get arrested?
Yeah, this is just a simple job. There's more money along the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
You see him kind of like swing across some of the upper bars to the tramway, kind of the ones that they used for support or to hold baggage, and he kind of swings across them and like hops on top of the box and kind of like, hey, back up. And she's like, but get the fuck off my box, son. And she kind of pulls the trolley and he falls back on his ass. She just starts pushing it into him, scooting him down the railway. Get the hell out of my way. You see him get like a black eye and a couple like broken fingers as he starts to like, shit, man, I'm sorry. Don't tell him about this. He just goes running off in the next train. As you all see that go down, his buddy kind of looks over like, no, I'm good, man. I'll just pay for my own cheeseburger as he goes running after his buddy. They do stay on the train though, so maybe got an ocular socket to look at later if you want. As we pop over to Richard Roy.
He'd probably be on the train already watching all that go down. That kid's got all of his cows out to pasture, don't he? What was he thinking? See, so I just relaxed back in my seat, pulling out a flask and taking a good
You
drink
see
of
Gina
it.
kind of look over at you. What the hell is a cow?
I don't know.
Did you read that in some history book?
Probably. I don't know. I just say
You
things.
Lunarians live a while, don't you? You've been watching us, haven't you?
I'm pretty young for my kind.
How old is your character? They can live to around, gosh, what is 1,000 years? A millennia? Yeah.
I'm gonna say he's still just like 30, so pretty young.
Very young.
His family just really liked extremely old spaghetti westerns they found.
Okay. Dang, you really is young.
Yeah.
Well, you have to tell me about these cows during my break.
I will.
Nuts. I dropped a nut. Let's pop over to Gordak. What's Gordak up to? You can.
Is the train running right now, or are we still like loaded?
Train is moving. Unless you want to introduce your character before the train has started.
So I feel like Gordak would have been just menacingly looking over like the general populace, overseeing the loading and unloading of any various cargo that he would be kind of keeping safe.
Okay.
And he, assuming nothing happens at the exchange point, he's just going through his checklist. I got my go bag. Like, just mentally checking all like every entrance, exit, any people that would be around even close to cargo? I would imagine there's not a lot of people around the cargo portion of the train.
No, not necessarily.
But just sitting there kind of stewing, thinking about, where's his next check coming from?
Go ahead and make a perception or seeing test.
That is an 11.
Okay. You don't really see terribly too much. You do see, you do pass by and see a few passengers, the ones that I mentioned, get on and off. But when you're just keeping your eye out, keeping your look about, you do, have your gear set, put where you need it to be, in case you need it. But you do hear over the PA system a station announcement. Please be advised that the VIP executive transport has successfully returned to Atmos Prime. Safe travels, Miss Page. But outside of that, the manager, Nathan, does approach you.
Okay. This is the prick, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gordak!
Yeah,
Everything's secure.
of course it is.
You security guys, you're like the backbone of this place, right?
What are you sucking up to me?
So don't sink the fucking ship today, alright? A lot of important transport. I need you to keep all your eyes open. If you have any other extra ones...
Listen, I'm not into sinking ships. I can't swim.
Alright, well, just keep everything above water, alright?
I'll do my
Keep your
best.
sticky hands off of the doors, and if you do get them sticky, you better wipe that shit off.
You don't like it when it
Carry
gets
on.
sticky.
Kind of chuckles, actually.
It's the first time I've seen you smile in a week. You're welcome.
Fuck off. He goes anyway.
As I was.
He will head back to his station on the tram. And we will head over to Matthias. What is Matthias up to?
You'd see it normally, if you've ridden the train before, you may have seen him before. Nice suit, expensive, neat hair, everything down to a T. Now looks like he just rolled out of bed with a heavy alcohol smell, glancing back and forth all across the train car until the BioStem ad comes up. A look of rage, and you see him fumble with something in his pocket, and then as soon as that goes out, he is back to glancing all around.
That individual I spoke of earlier, the one with the bionic arm and leg, he kind of like stumbles over, sees you sitting there. All right. And he pops a squat next to you. How's it going?
Fine. Why?
Saw you were in misery. Thought us both being in misery, we could just kind of sit here.
Do I know you?
No, I don't know you either. Name's Lucas.
He sort of starts reaching, or putting a hand on his hip.
Sorry, I don't want to make you nervous. I can move. I figured us two sit next to each other, looking like we don't want to be talked to. We might not actually get talked to, and I feel like I might be breaking the rule of not talking by talking to you.
You're doing real shit.
I'll shut up. Do you care if I sit here?
Scoot down another seat.
Alright. Kind of like stands up, scoots down. You see across from you the blonde-haired corporate officer and his son kind of just sitting there and staring over at your two conversation. And he's like, Let's scoot down one more, okay? It's so comfy, the seat's warm. Now it's warm for me. As he scoots a little bit closer to the exit of the tram. Okay. I think that's everybody. As you guys take the tram, it feels like a very familiar ride. You guys look out the windows, and while it is a subterranean tram, part of the tramway system, it was kind of like in a dirt-like tunnel. And you do see these like windows that do kind of partially let you see out into the wastes. From whatever little glimpse you get of them as you're driving down as you're riding the tram. And you see the beaming hot sky. Can't quite see the sun from where you're at, but you do see that it is sunny outside, although it's just a dark, well, not dark, a bright, desolate desert wasteland out there. You do see part of Atmos as it kind of sits off in the distance as your tram makes a turn. And you do see like this yellow shimmer sort of over the city itself. And you kind of see that same shimmer between the glass and the wastes. Go ahead and make a perception check.
No, 10.
I stunted on my perception check. Do I need to do anything?
I will say that you see a little bit extra.
16. 12. I did stunt.
16.
11.
That was 10.
What were your stunt dice?
6.
4.
Okay. Did you say 10? 10. Okay. You don't see a whole lot if you got under like, I'm gonna say like a 14. You do see that if you got over like a 12, I'll say that you see like that yellow haze that kind of covers the tramway system. You guys feel this sort of seismic, and it's kind of like rhythmic almost. It's like, and you see that like sort of shimmer as it does, which strikes you as a little odd. For those of you who did get a higher perception, you do see something small kind of pass by one of the windows very quickly. You don't get a good look at it. But you do see like a heavy solar spark almost as it does, and it goes. But as you continue to drive or ride on the tram, you ain't driving shit. As you continue to ride this tram, you see the lights sort of flicker. You feel the tram start to like shake more abruptly. Now as you see some of the passengers start to like panic and kind of look around like, what's going on? As you hear a message over the PA system. Emergency detour, destination unknown, rerouting, error, and then silence as the red lights on the tram start to illuminate as emergency lighting kicks in, and you feel it like so as you hear this large clutter of debris and rock start to collapse in on whatever junction of train this is, and you hear a loud screech as the train immediately starts to apply its brakes as everybody kind of gets thrown forward a bit in their seats, and you hear that blonde corporate gentleman go, "What the hell was that? Was that an explosion?" You see Lucas, "No, that wasn't an explosion, that was a cave-in. And you see Gina like, motherfucking tunnels don't just cave in. Someone fucking did this. As the train comes to a halt, and you're kind of now, you don't know what the situation is outside, but as of right now, the train has stopped and there are emergency red lights on inside the train. You do see a lot more light outside. Like some of the sunlight has now peeked into the tunnel system. But what are you doing in response to this emergency stop?
Kane would get up and grab his bag from the overhead. Is it overhead storage in this, or is it under the seat?
Overhead or under. You can put it either way.
He would grab his bag and look to find the brick. Nate.
Okay. So as you get up to head towards his quarters, you do see him walking down several of the tram stations. Everyone stay calm. Everything will be under control. We'll get maintenance on it. We'll get this rubble cleared out of the way, and we'll get everybody where they need to go. Just who I needed to see.
I figured.
Gus, go ahead and take a look outside, see how the damage is. Grab Gordak with you. Just get a lay of what the hell happened. See if we can get any of this rubble cleared out of the way, I guess.
Okay.
Did you get enough sleep?
Fucking prick. That's exactly what he'll say, and then he'll go find Gordak.
Okay. You'll see he'll come with you, actually. He'll follow close behind you. Gordak.
Kate and Gordak know each other, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You guys
Yeah,
work together.
we both work for the railroad.
Okay.
Rail station.
Yeah.
I don't know if we know each other well, but we've seen each other.
Acquaintances. Okay.
Can I talk to you privately real quick? Just hold on, Kane.
Do you ever talk to me any other way?
Guess not. As he pulls you away to one of the private booths. You know we need to keep people away from the corporate side of the packages, equipment being delivered.
Yeah, that's
Far
my job.
away from that side. We don't need to head over there. Just make sure that area is secure and let me know if you see anything out of the ordinary.
So would that be like, so I'm picturing this train, right? Like, am I in like a car currently that's like all cargo? Or is it like mixed in with passengers, or?
I would say that there is, this is more of a passenger tram,
Okay.
and you would have probably left from the corporate to come over here to see how everybody was doing, because
Okay.
catches you in between or over there and has this conversation. But yeah, just we need to just look.
So keep people out of the.
If we want to keep our jobs and our lives, we just gotta just stay away from the north side tunnels.
You think this is a hit?
I don't know what it is. That's what you, Kane, are gonna find out.
I'll go with Kate.
All right. He'll get back to trying to calm down.
You
other
watching this
passengers.
stuff?
The stuff, that's not my job. That's your job. You watch the
So
stuff.
you're sending me away from the stuff.
Look, there ain't that many of us, okay? Just make sure it's all secure.
Listen, I just don't want it to be my ass, because
There's other security officers here.
That's
it's not
fine.
just you. Hopefully they're all okay.
just let the record show you're sending me away from the stuff.
Noted.
He's gonna look at, like, just kind of looking, like, there's no notebook, but like, fine.
You gonna chew on any more scabs during break?
Probably. They're delicious.
Um,
You want one?
no, thank you. You see that gentleman with the blonde hair He approaches Nathan. Look, I don't know what's happening, but we need to stay calm. What the fuck are you guys doing to help with the situation? My son, he's a little bit scared, and we just need to kind of know what you guys are doing to make sure that we can get to where we're going. Look, go have a seat. Like you said, we all need to stay calm. You just go sit over there and stay calm. Don't move. Everybody who's working on it, we'll all get sorted out. Are any of you doing anything else?
Just following Kane to where Kane's going.
What might you be doing, Richard Roy?
Well, when the collapse happened, I probably dropped my flask and yelled out, "God damn it, there went my sweet tea! I mean, whiskey." Yeah, that's what you usually pour it in a flask. As I pull out another one and just... So I pick the other one up, just looking around like, okay, what's going on?
Jax, what would you be doing?
I'd be trying to see, excuse me, if anybody was injured with this emergency.
A few people bumped their heads. There's that kid with a black eye, broken finger. Might be a broken bone or two in here.
I'll go offer my services for some compensation. I'll go to the guy that has the broken arm, broken bone.
We're gonna say it's actually a woman.
Woman?
But excuse me.
I see you're injured. I can help with that, but it'll cost you.
I don't have insurance, if that's what you mean.
No, we don't have to worry about that. I can help you. I got
How
the
much?
supplies right here. How much you got?
How much does she have? Maybe a couple hundred credits.
I'll take 150.
Oh, that's nice. I think I broke it around here. She kind of points towards her forearm. But go ahead, make a medicine check. Huh?
13.
Okay. You managed to put together a good restoration of it. It'll set just fine. So, you helped a passenger with their injury. That's great. Matthias, what would you be doing?
Off the rip, as soon as that loud noise happened and the power, did you say the power flickered or the light flickered? I would have backed up into a corner and held onto the handle of my pistol. How close is the tunnel?
A few rails away.
I'll keep that in mind. But yeah,
Okay.
I'm hunkering down.
Okay. So let's pop back over to these two. So as you head outside, now that the train tunnel has officially collapsed, go ahead, make a perception or seeing test out here.
13.
12.
Okay. The obvious damage is pretty obvious. You do see that both ends, both ends of the tunnel have collapsed in, crushing parts of the train on one side. You imagine the individuals inside those train compartments got pretty well obliterated. I will say that on one end you do see that there might be a survivor screaming at one end of the train. You do see that there's been debris that's kind of fallen in quite a lot on the north side, and some of the other trains that were holding some of the corporate supplies that are they also got struck with some rubble. Parts of your train did too, but it kind of bounced off the top of it. But there's quite a bit of rubble surrounding you guys. It's hot, actually, out here. It's like a good 115 degrees outside of this train. Just because you have, but you've not actually been in the wastes. You have not, but being out here, you feeling this heat kind of reminds you of what it was like and how terrifying it can be and what might be out there. But you're aware of what might be out there, but you've just never experienced this heat before. Atmos tends to stay pretty climate controlled. It gets warm when they want it to, but for the most part, it stays pretty nice.
Would I have felt this though, working on the railway? Though?
You may, if you want to say that your character has stepped outside of the city a couple times just to see what it's like at the end of the railway where they drop people off to make their journeys or get exiled. I will say that that's a possibility, but as far as like being out here for long periods of time, no. But yeah, that heat, like, you've worked in it, so I'm gonna say it's not too pressuring for you, if that's the case. But it's just hot. It's really fucking hot. It's like summer in Kansas hot.
Right, anytime you take the jacket off.
A little hotter, like the hottest summers we've had in Kansas. But outside of that, that's what you see at the moment. Some of the, like I said, some of the corporate cargo transport trains did get damaged. They're not going to be moving really anytime soon, most of them, and your train definitely isn't going to be moving anytime soon until you get some of this debris out of the way, which, at least on one side, looks pretty extensive.
Like that's my job or something.
Yeah. So
Kane would, since we are used to this climate control, he's usually wearing a jacket, but with the heat, he would go ahead and take it off, wearing a simple, like the sleeveless t-shirts underneath. And if you've never seen him without his jacket before, you notice it looks like metallic bio scales running down his arms, going to, like, starting from his back of his neck down to his arms, encasing his arms completely. He does leave the gloves on that he normally wears.
So, do you guys go to that forward section of the tram to help rescue that one individual?
Probably.
That would be Gordak's instinct, but also Gordak's going to kind of follow. Kane's the technician here. He's the one that knows what needs done. Gordak's following Kane's lead.
Okay. As you start to get closer to this thing, you realize it's not a scream of pain per se. It is, but it's more like a screech of pain as you see there is a mutated, grotesque figure kind of crushed between the rock and the terrain. It's like, and it's like mouth is just like this like empty vacant hole full of teeth that's just screaming as it's like bleeding through onto the rocks below, and the train below is like, as you get close, it's like starts to like reach out at you.
I try to crush that thing's skull right away. I hate these things. I've seen these before. They're disgusting.
You would both know this as a Class 2 mutation. Basically, a Class 2 mutation is a mutation that was categorized by it being a rather normal a rather like on average mutation of a human man. This one didn't take into effect anything more large or more grotesque, but they are still extremely dangerous, and the two of you are able to basically dispatch it, and when you do, you hear this as it collapses to the ground, and you see it. Go ahead and make another seeing or perception or hearing test. Anybody can make it.
Or
Yeah. Or. Almost any sort of perception test.
what else do you got? Taste?
There is taste, there is smell, but those won't really help you here. The smell might
about
if you're a
sixth
wild area. Huh?
Technically stunted, but I got a total of 5. Well, 7 with a stunt of 1.
I don't think that's gonna help you very much.
13.
13.
I got a 15 with a stunt.
12.
How much?
15 with a stunt.
Okay. Those of you who got a 13, you hear the kicking of rubble from above, from the skylight, which sits quite a bit high. I'm gonna say, gosh, just a sec. 40 yards in feet, probably. No, maybe not that high. 35 yards in feet, so 90. We'll say 100 feet high is where the ceiling to this tunnel is. But you do see that it's collapsed. The edges might not be that high. They might only be at about 75 feet, but the tunnel used to be about 100 feet high. But you do see on the edges of that opening, you do see shadows if you got a 13 or above of these, more of these class 2 mutations. And then for those of you who rolled a 15 or higher, you do see some smaller creatures moving out in the shadows of the distance where this train is collapsed, or where this tunnel's collapsed, kind of moving between the rocks. They look almost like quadrupeds as they kind of like just start scuttling across the ground. I imagine when these things are spotted that people take some sort of known initiative of it. So we're not going to have to roll initiative because we already did that. So let's jump into our first combat of the evening as these mutations start to swarm the collapsed train that you guys are inhabiting.
So these tunnels, like at peak height, are like 100-foot tall. This is like a standard train. It's like 15 feet tall.
These ones are a little taller because
Okay.
they have to.
That's fine.
The mechanisms that keep the train safe, the solar defenses, they require a lot more space.
Okay. So I was thinking like the surface was like a couple feet above us. Not the case. Not the case. We're not jumping out. We're not
I mean,
hoofing
you
it.
could get up
Okay.
there. It just take a little bit of work.
I mean,
whether it's
I can
safe
get
up
up
there
there.
or not,
I can
that's
get
up
up
to you guys. But
Staircase.
let's see. Yeah. So let's put some
Sticky paws.
of this stuff out here because that's fun. Got to put some terrain on this map.
Well, you might as well.
That I'm sorry you guys at home cannot see, but
You can always take a picture of it and throw it up on the Discord.
I could do things like that. I could definitely.
Just a random idea that probably doesn't actually make sense.
I don't want to block your view too much of what's going on. We're going to use this as the train because I don't have one. It's a.
What the fuck?
Looks like a train to me.
This will be the train that everyone else is on.
Hard to stop a train.
Some point during this traversing, I'd ask Kane if he'd ever seen a cave in before.
Actually, these guys would probably be on the same side.
Would Kane have seen caves before?
No,
Not a common occurrence.
you guys have not seen a cave in before. Not super
I've been here
common.
400 years. No, I'm just kidding. Hello.
Hello.
Is this customer service right here, or is this customer service?
Alright. I made that ranch. I don't know if it's great.
Thanks, baby.
Parmesan.
Let's see. Okay, so cane blue, Gordak brown. I'm gonna say you guys were up here.
You ready to grab your paper towels? Wait, so we need a little bit of cleanup devices.
Yeah. I'll get it over there. Let's see, who else do we got here? Purple was Roy. Roy, I'm gonna put you right here. And green was Jax. I'm gonna put you over here. Red was Pius. I'm gonna put you over here. And then we've got the civilians. So I'm going to say this old guy, probably right here. This kiddo right there. This will be Gina. And then I'm going to say the boss is probably on the train over here. We'll say.
Old Nathaniel standing in the corner.
And then Lucas, be right about there. I think that's about everybody. At least everybody that was, directly there. I'm going to say we've got one more civilian. Actually, I'll make these red so I know that they were the ones that I gave a name to.
Which one's Caden? Which is Gordak?
Gordak?
Is brown. Okay.
Yeah, you're
Cause-
the Dragonborn miniature I'm using
Hell
right
yeah,
there.
I'm Dragonborn. You better believe it, brother.
And I'm going to
Let's
put a couple
go.
more civilians out here and a couple more security
Chameleon, maybe?
personnel.
Something like that.
Um,
I haven't actually. I meant to describe my character at one point, but I haven't yet.
and that'll be about it for
Bearded dragon.
NPCs.
Oh, yeah.
Or
look
body
here on
shields, whatever you guys are
Shit
looking
coming
at.
out of my eyes.
So, I'm going to put the civilians
If I start winking, you better defend
on
yourself.
5 cities. Okay, Matthias,
I'm
what
gonna go.
are you going to do?
I'd imagine I've never seen these in person before.
Probably not. No.
So I'm gonna immediately go, "What the fuck?" and then pull out my revolver.
Nope.
So you really see them through this window.
Yeah. The quadrupedals, they look quick.
To be fair, they both look pretty fast.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna shoot at the big
They
one.
do look a little bit more sneaky.
I'm gonna shoot at the bigger one because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to hit him. So
All right,
I might as well have more to
so
hit.
I'm going to say with a minor action, you can open up that window.
Okay.
You are shooting from cover. It's decent cover, so you'll have a -2 to your attack roll, unfortunately.
CPU?
Yep.
Oh. That is a 8, 13. What was my plus to that again?
Accuracy.
4 would be your accuracy, and if you have
13.
focus. Huh?
14 minus 2, 12.
12.
And I also stunted.
Oh, what's the stunt?
4.
4. Okay. Let me look at these real quick, because I think there's something you can do to help you here. Because you're going to... Okay. You can do precision marksman to make sure that you hit, because otherwise you will miss.
Okay, I would do
Okay. All right. Go ahead and roll damage.
that. That's just 2d6. It's gonna be 5.
5 damage.
5 damage.
And this is ballistic, right? So 2. Okay. Which one are you shooting? This one or that?
Probably the left one up top.
This one.
Yep. And I would be pleasantly surprised that I hit. I'd be like, oh shit.
Okay. It's got 2 ballistic armor, so as you go to fire out that window, and you hit it, it takes 3 points of damage, and it still looks like it's holding together pretty well, but it kind of looks down.
I'm I'm going
As-
to duck.
All right, as we move on to Jax. What are you doing?
I'm assuming I've never seen these either.
You just hear two people shout, "What the fuck!" at the same time.
Probably not.
Oh, hell no. I'm gonna get behind one of the civilians. Use them kind of as a shield.
Hell yes.
You're already pretty barricaded behind civilians.
Love that.
So I'm gonna say you get behind the woman you just fixed her arm, and you're like, "Don't worry, I'll protect you."
And I'm gonna try to shoot one.
Okay. Well, at least you're
Just
doing the
around the neck with one, and then shooting over her shoulder.
You're safe now.
The will
I'll protect you.
actually. You kind of will have to use her as cover too. So she's kind of like by the window, and you like open up the window and like, "Don't move." Are you using me as cover? No. Whatever. But we'll put you right here. Are you aiming at this one or this one? This one just took a shot. This one is one of the puppies. There's other guys out there. They're not puppies, trust me. They're evil, nasty little things, but they maybe once were puppies.
Oh. I'll try to go after the one that has already been hit.
Okay, make a roll. -2 to hit.
-2?
Yeah.
That's 4, 5, 6. 5.
To hit?
Yeah.
Okay. You go to fire and you miss. You're like, try better. At the next shot. Did you hit him?
No.
No. Okay.
No, I need you to...
Also, never fired a weapon before, so my ears are ringing.
Okay. As it is now their turn.
I'm using this one both as a shield and a stand. Gun.
There you go.
I prepare a pimp
Actually,
slap.
maybe it'll go up to here.
I'm currently putting baby powder in my hands.
You just do the Nicolas Cage and look on the thing and then slap down.
And I prep the question, what did the 5 fingers say to the face? Copyrights, I'm sorry.
As you see that creature like quickly scurry down the side of that boulder wall and make its way down to, well, actually it's pretty high up, so but it'll like hop down and jump, make a couple steps this way. This one will do the same.
So they're charging us.
This one's actually going to go a little farther. It's going to use its minor action or its major action to run, but that other one's just going to move a little bit. This security guard here is going to get attacked by that mutated hound, though. As you see these hounds and these humanoid freaks start to... I didn't hit the button, hold on. We can see pictures of them. As these mutated freaks start to move in on the civilian here.
Look at those handsome lot right there. Goodness gracious.
Civilian, or is that a security guard?
Security guard. Civilian, kind of, but
I thought you guys just like all close up.
Civilian with a gun.
And I'm like way back.
Gotcha.
and it will
Okay,
hit.
I have to get style on. For
It
my
will go
bounty,
for a bite.
hunter ID,
2d6 plus 3. Oh, geez. 11. As you see that mutated hound kind of jump up and grab this one by the neck and like completely rips it out. That guard is down and dead.
What the fuck?
God damn it, Bobby.
Oh shit!
Get a dry erase marker to mark that on the map there.
What the hell? That wasn't even appropriate accessory.
All right.
That's charcoal.
That will end their turns. A few of them have a ready to action, but let's move on to purple. That is Roy. Roy, what are you doing?
Gonna pull my carbine rifle out of my guitar case that's been next to me, opening the window, and
Nice.
gonna try to.
You can actually aim out of the passenger door if you want a little less cover, so you have a little bit more to your shot. So it's -2 from the window or -1 from the door.
You know what? I'll do the door just to be a bit more accurate. And I'm going to try to shoot that hound that's right outside the train.
Sounds good.
Alright. And I will stunt as well.
What do you got on the stunt die?
A 4.
That's pretty good.
+1 to hit or something.
For a 4, that's power stance, not fire stance. For a 4,
I think I can call my shot on a specific part of its body.
yep.
Shot combo.
And it becomes penetrating.
I think I will go for the head. And I add up all 3 dice to hit, right? Or
No, so there's a specific amount of dice you roll for the weapon. So did we give you a weapon? I did. Right?
Yes.
So that'd be 2d6 plus 5.
Well, I'm asking about hitting, not just
hitting?
damage.
Yeah, to hit, you add up all the dice.
So you
Okay.
14
And then you add
plus
5.
your stun.
Then you roll
Yeah.
the hit.
Yes.
10, 14 plus 5.
So that's 19 that you definitely hit.
-1, so
Yeah,
that's
so
18.
And then you roll your damage.
Alright. That's going to be 12 in total as I shoot at its head.
12 in total, and that will bypass armor because it's penetrating. And, I mean, you know. So, 12 will actually knock that one out completely. So that's nice. As you fire and you blow apart this creature's head as it like spits, and you see its black blood kind of like spray onto the nearby rock as you see it like go limp and like twitch a little bit.
Ah, this is worse than that old movie, Old Yeller.
And we will put a little it's a classic. Okay, very nice shot. Next. Do you want to do any moving or did you aim?
Pretty
You
sure.
didn't aim, right? Okay, so do you want to do any movement?
I'll probably
Or do you
just
wanna-
duck back behind the door, just
Okay.
getting ready for the next round.
Good. All right. As we pass on to Kane, what are you doing?
Well, that's a doggy and a creepazoid over there, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Right here. They're around like a putter. You did hear them coming though, so you do know they're there.
Nobody else where I can see visibly though.
Actually, what is that? I guess that is a wall. If you move, you'll be able to see more people.
Is there anybody I can get to? I guess is where.
Well, melee-wise, you can get to this one.
Okay.
But that's probably the one you can get to. What's your speed?
I don't remember.
What did it say on there?
It's
What's your speed?
what's your dex?
Dex is 0, so
So
10, so 30,
30
feet.
feet,
Okay.
yeah.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You can't quite get to these ones. You can definitely get to that one.
well, I'll get to one that I can punch then.
Okay. As you rush up and go to punch a pooch.
Punch a pooch. Hell yeah.
That's not gonna hit. I don't think it's an 11 hits.
It's over half. Right?
Not quite. Did you stunt?
No. I rolled a 1, a 2, and a 3.
Then no hit. Do you have the? There's a talent that allows you to move after attacking. Do you
We
have-
didn't do anything with talents when we built my character.
Well, you would have gotten the talents that came with your profession, your drive, and all that other stuff.
So brawler, grappler, fighter.
Yeah, I have brawling and grappling.
No, I mean like unless you didn't grab any talents from your profession, drive, or class or whatnot. Like these things would have been party animal or
Fighting style.
yeah. Okay. Did you pick a fighting style?
Grappling.
Gotcha. Okay. Then nope. Okay, so you move up there, and you get into McFisticuffs with that mutated freak of a
demon
dog. Mm-hmm.
Pet that dog.
Can I pet that dog?
Now we will pop over to Gordak.
So I saw somebody taking down the creature next to him, also taken down.
There is room here to get around. This isn't like a wall here.
I mean, I can just jump over, step
You can
over,
just go
really.
whoop,
Like, yeah, I'm gonna go and like see if is there any way I can pick up that dog and just slap the other person with it. The other,
What's your
it's not a
speed?
person. My speed is 30.
You don't quite have enough speed to get to the dog unless you use your major action to run.
Okay. I guess I'm just gonna step to wherever I can to get like a line of sight on the dog. And actually,
This
the creature.
dog?
I'm actually gonna be aiming at this creature here.
Okay, so
So,
okay, so
I
you
will
can move
move-
over.
Yeah, I will move wherever I can. I'm gonna get a line of
Over there.
sight as I pull out my pistol, and I'm gonna yeet a bullet into its skull.
Sounds good.
Oh, is there a wall there?
Yeah.
Oh, it's like he's right there. What are you talking
Yeah, I was
about?
like, he's further away from I was, but I think it's fine. And then so roll to hit. Not my best shot, but 8. 11. You also got 11. I didn't hit anything, I don't think. There's a different creature, but
11.
11.
Did you stun?
No.
No hit. Then.
Well, I got a 5, and then I got a 3 and a 2, which is 5. No, okay.
But you do go to fire, and you do see it does miss as it starts to retaliate with vocal cords.
Is there? Can I use any minor action to like prepare myself to defend?
You used your move as your minor.
Oh, that's the minor. Is movement.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Cool.
Okay. As we will move on to Matthias.
I don't. They would also have cover, I'm assuming. The one that I already shot would already have cover.
This one?
Yeah, compared to where I'm at right now.
Yeah, he has some cover now.
Okay, so
It'll be a -2 if you stay from the window. If you move to the doorway, you won't. So if you stay at the window, it'll be -2. He's got a +2 to his defense, I believe, with that cover.
Oh, is there? There's a wall there. I can't actually see those guys. Okay,
Yeah.
I will go to the door then.
So now he does not have any bonus to cover.
And then I now have a plus or a -1.
You don't have any minus from the door. Because, well, from where you're standing, you're right in the middle of the doorway.
Okay, that's fine.
Do you want to fire from the door frame?
They don't have guns.
Nav.
I've never seen these people before, so I'm gonna assume they don't have guns. I'm just gonna shoot.
Okay, go for it. No minus.
Stunt.
Nice.
That's 9, 10, and
What's,
a stunt of 1.
Another 11. We're doing
10.
really good with 11, guys.
Okay. So yeah, you could use that stunt. Is that 10 with the stunt?
No, it's 10. Yeah, that's 10, and then I have the 1 for the stunt because it's actually plus.
Well, you can bring it up to 11, but that will miss. As you go to fire, and it glances off of that rock ahead of you, that boulder it's sitting behind. And we will move on. Beginner's luck on the first strike. Jax.
Can I see any of them from where I'm at?
Oh, yes, you can. You can see this one.
I'm gonna try to shoot at that one, and I'm gonna tell the lady that she's doing God's work of protecting us. She's doing a fantastic job. Give her a morale boost.
I'm just
She
sitting there
just
after shooting
screams.
something, watching and tell her that, like,
I don't believe in the one.
Oh, does a triple?
Triple 4?
Yeah, triple 4.
You would have stunted, yeah.
What is it with the bonus?
12, 13.
13 will hit. And you stunted, right?
Yes.
You are firing from the window, though, so that 13's
The window.
Oh, yes.
actually an 11. But you can use your firearm stunt to add. But you can use your firearm stunt to hit by adding more to your active aim or whatever. So,
I will do that.
go ahead and roll damage. And which weapon is this?
My stun gun.
Okay.
So that is 7.
7 damage.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is. What did I put? Impact? Is it IS over there, or is it BS next to the stun gun?
It's bullshit.
It does not say.
It would be impact, wouldn't it? If it was a stun gun?
Let me just look it up real fast. Won't take long. Screenshot. It is impact stun. Okay. So you said 7 points of damage.
Yeah. This is the woman that I fixed her arm, right?
So it will take.
Yeah, I think it is.
This is the rest of
Which one, like
7 minus 2 is 5 minus 3 is 2. So you deal 2 points of damage to that one. But it is got the potential to get stunned. Nice. So let's see. And it is stunned.
stunning?
It is stunned for 1 round. Okay. As you see it go as it gets pelted with that stun gun. Now it is the enemy's turns. That one is stunned, so it won't be moving. This one is going to make a run at the train. This one also.
Which one was stunned?
The one of them by us.
Oh.
I don't know. What's the? Did you shoot the guy or the?
Oh, there's a wall between there, right?
Yeah, they moved this way.
No, between him and those two.
Shooting the guy.
There's a wall here. And there.
Thanks.
Oh, you're saying like right. Is this an actual wall?
This
like
blue
visible?
and black white
Okay.
line looking thing, that's the wall.
Okay, so
But
one
so
of
how
those two was stunned. Then?
Because he shot at
Oh
something
shit,
stunned.
you're right, thank you.
Okay.
I just got
Whoa,
confused.
whoa, whoa!
That
yeah,
one is
there
stunned.
you go. Oh, can't shoot him anymore.
We're all on the
was
same
there
page
anymore.
differently.
My
Whoa,
brain
whoa,
just went
Same page.
I just
difference.
assumed it ran up to your S as the other one's moved.
Arrow. There we go.
Okay.
DMing is fun.
Yeah.
Alright, and then this one
So much advantage.
will move
Especially
around and charge
when you are
you.
idiots.
That one will charge you. Alright,
Bad
the
choice, bud.
hound is going to attack Kane. 4, 8. Does a 13 hit?
I don't know. How do I calculate that?
That's your defense.
10.
Okay, so it will do 2d6 plus 3 damage.
I refuse.
Bound clan acquiesce.
Yeah. Oh! That is 13 points of
Jesus.
impact wound damage. Do you have impact armor?
I don't have any armor. You said we didn't have
Right.
armor.
Right, your character would not. So 10 plus the
Unless my
Character
scaly
death.
arms.
First
13. So
hit.
13 points of damage. You're still up?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I
That's
think
a lot of damage.
it is a lot of damage.
Now that's
As that hound bites into you. And then the other one is going to attack
Gordak.
9.
On a
Jesus.
scale of 1 to how much money do you want?
14
How much is it
hits,
worth it to you?
plus 5, 19 to hit.
It hits.
On a scale of 1 to 24, I'm at about 11.
Okay.
It did stunt with a 5.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
I'm in danger.
I'm in danger.
As DM, shouldn't you have every single stunt memorized?
I know.
What are you doing?
I don't.
That chance. I mean, I'm surprised he's even checking the stunts with those wings sitting over there next to him.
Yeah.
I'm like, you guys need to shut up for a minute. I'm eating these wings.
Pause stream. Wait.
I don't really take.
We're taking a break.
What weapons do you have on you?
Me?
Yeah.
I only have my handgun and my knuckles. I left my go bag at the train.
Okay. This one's going to bite your hand
That's not nice.
and break your knuckles.
Oh.
The gloves?
The gloves.
Okay.
But
Every
let's-
single knuckle you have on your hand is now broken.
It's okay. They're there
Jeez.
They're aesthetic. That's all.
So for damage, that is 13 impact wound damage. Do you have impact armor?
Yeah. 4
4.
impact armor.
Nice at 13, so that's 9 damage.
Okay.
Okay.
You got room for this? That's an extra.
Yeah, I have them over here. I just
I just got those
They're
gloves,
buried
asshole.
under some stuff. Okay, that will end the enemy's turns. Rather dangerous sons of guns. Huh?
You bite both hands.
We'll say one hand.
Okay.
Makes sense only for it to get one hand. So you got one. You got one guy.
Okay, so,
Yes, run.
so my left hand's good because that's
So
where I have my gun.
Roy,
All 30
your turn.
knuckles.
Once again, gonna position myself just outside the door so I can shoot the dog again. Oh, no stunt this time. That would be, oh wait, no, I got that
Add your
plus
plus 5.
5.
Oh, I'm gonna say the last round the city's kind of moved
That's my spot.
down this way. Oh, this one would have moved up into this area too. I'll make an attack for him because I didn't last time.
Does a 15 hit?
15 definitely is, yeah.
Awesome.
What's the morality of pushing a security guard into a dog so you don't die?
Well, what do you think?
In this world?
That's gonna be another 12 damage.
That's why I'm using it as a shield.
Okay, as you knock out this pepperoni as well. Wait, hold on, 12 damage?
Yeah.
But this wasn't penetrating,
Nope.
right? 12 damage.
If she dies, is that
So it's actually going to be 11 damage because it has 1 ballistic armor. So it actually has 1 hit point left.
That's rude.
But I did not roll for the security guard last time, so we'll do that. 5, 8, plus 4, 12 to hit. 12 would hit. Okay. See if he does enough damage. Yep. Yeah, just enough. Okay, so that pooch is donezo. 2 dead poochies on top of each other.
Close.
We keep putting him down like old Yeller.
As you see that one get its jugular kind of like shot at, and as it kind of like dies and collapses on its fallen brethren. As we go over to Kane.
Gonna punch him. 15 to hit.
Yep, that one hits.
For 13 points of damage.
And that's probably impact stun, right?
Yeah.
13?
Mhm.
Okay, it's got 1 impact, 12, 2 toughness, so 10. Okay, 10 points of damage to that one. It is still up, but barely. Do you want to do anything with a minor action?
What all can I do with the minor action?
You're mine.
Parkour.
That's movement, right? That's minor action.
He didn't move.
But he still has minor action, so
That's
he can
right.
parkour.
He could parkour.
I'm just gonna guard up.
And that gives you like a +1 or 2 to defense.
Add
right?
+1 or 2 defense to the end of the round. Then I take a penalty to tests.
Gotcha. Okay. Do you want to take the +1 or +2?
+2.
Okay. Now let's
So Kane
continue.
basically just goes boom boom.
Couple socks to the jaw, the jowls of that little mutated freak, and then
Last stupid.
let's get Gordak.
Is this thing currently like clenched onto my fist, or did it just
No,
like
no,
bite
it
and
bit.
bounce back? Okay. First of all, ow. Also, I'm gonna go ahead and level the old pistol right back at its face and try to blow that thing's head off. I don't appreciate being bit in this setting.
Go for it.
Fuck me. That's not great. That's a 10, but I triple 3'd.
Oh.
Does that mean I get
You get to
lots
add
of
the
million?
3 to precision, I think. You check.
It's like a million billion.
Yeah, you can do precision marksman to gain +1 to your attack.
Oh no, that's still not a hit though. That's
No, it's plus. You can redo it 3 times because you have 3 stunts.
Oh,
So +3. So instead it'd be a 13 to hit,
okay.
which will just hit.
Perfect. I did that on purpose.
In order to do that, you will have to aim, apparently, according to this thing. So we'll say you took the aim action beforehand because I didn't read that part.
Was that a minor action?
Yeah.
Okay. I 100%.
That also added a +1 to your bonus, your attack roll, so you would have actually done a 14 instead of a 13.
Look how good I am. I'm so good.
There you go.
I'm the best. I'm Gordax. Goated. So 3d6 plus. That's the hit. It's 2d6. 8 plus 2. 10 damage.
10 ballistic wound damage.
Ballistic, yeah.
So that's 8 damage through him because he has 2 ballistic armor.
I did not prove that.
But that's good. It's still looking pretty solid, but you do strike as this thing is now like in a full-on brawl against you and your John Wick pistol move.
Gun karate. What do they call that? Gun fu. They call it gun fu.
All right. As we will move on to the civilians this time, because I didn't do it last time. They're fine where they're at. This one is going to make a move out to here to fire at that stunned one. Oh yeah, that definitely hits. No stuns. And then, not the best damage this time. 3 plus 3, 6 damage, minus the 2 ballistic, so 4 damage. Okay. Okay. As we continue on, actually, any of you motherfuckers got a gun? You see Gina like shouting around. Give me a fucking gun. I'll shoot at him. Toss me a fucking pistol. All right, we're gonna go to
mumbling under his breath. I'm not a bitch.
All right, it is Matthias' turn.
I will take the aim minor action. That's a minor action, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna do that. Then I'm gonna shoot at the stunned one. Be 11, 14, 15, 16 to hit.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Cool. 6 damage.
6 minus 2, 4. Okay. It's definitely looking bloody now. Okay. As you fire that shot and you see it like fire, and then you see like the stun rounds start to fade off. Snap, snap, snap as it kind of like moves its joints around, and then gets down onto all 4 limbs and gets ready to charge at the bus or the tram. Let's jump over to Jax.
Alright. I'm gonna try to shoot the one that just became unstunned. Nice.
Are you taking the aim action? Might as well. I don't think you've moved. So,
Yeah.
so +1.
10, 11,
I remember that.
12. And then I have a stunt of 5. So 15 altogether. Because -2 for being behind her.
So you got 12 to hit or 15 to hit?
15 to hit.
Okay. That'll hit.
Hey. 6.
Did you say you stunted?
Yes, for 5.
5 stunt?
Yeah.
I got one over here. With the 5 stunt,
Doesn't
isn't there a
say.
thing that adds damage somewhere? Oh, it's probably under combat stunts.
Yeah, those have some really good ones I've been looking at.
I don't have that sheet with me over here. Hold on. It's probably over
You
here.
can do
General
2d6 extra damage.
General combat
Or-
stunts. There we go.
Yes.
Yeah, do that. Yeah, don't forget about those.
That's another. I still had my bonus.
Whatever you added before plus the 2d6.
Okay. So 13.
13 damage.
13.
Okay, 13 minus the 2 ballistic is 11. Okay. As you see it retaliate and it goes to lunge forward, you see that stun go into its throat, and you see it start to like the electricity starts to buzz through its eyes, and you see them pop out of its skull as it falls to the ground dead.
We don't see any of this.
Yeah, there's a couple of
Above the
walls.
table, well done.
I mean, you guys are having to solo 2 of them, basically. You know, it's like.
I'm just trying to play fetch with this thing right now. That's all I'm doing.
As we move on to the civvies, not the civvies, the enemies. The enemies are going to attack.
No, I don't need
There's
that.
a cat under me again.
You will never get this. You will never get this. La 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 la.
Let's see if I roll poorly this time.
Doubt it. -1.
10. Oh, because your defense.
No,
Didn't you do
minus-
-2?
Well, I was because you looked like you dropped the die.
Oh, right. 5 plus 6 is 11. Plus 5 is 16.
That's gonna
Minus 2 is 13 to hit.
Still gonna hit.
Okay, so 2d6 plus 3.
Nice knowing you guys.
8 plus 3 is 11. Oh wait, no, it's not doing its bite, it's doing its claw. So 4 plus 3, 7.
Still up.
Okay. As we move on to...
I was gonna feel
The guy
like
attacking
I could
me.
have saved you, and then I just.
No, you can't see me.
Yep. And it's going to attempt to claw at you. Oop. 11 plus
Hits.
5, 16.
I should have got some. I should have put something in the deck.
2d6 plus 5. 8 plus 5, 13
Jesus.
damage minus your
4.
impact.
4,
so
yeah.
9 damage.
my
Oh, wait,
lord.
this is also, well, it's a claw. Let me check something.
Is-
Yep, nope, it's wound. Okay, so Yeah. What did I say? 9 damage
Yep.
after the armor. Okay.
Ouchie.
These mutations are super dangerous in this gritty game mode that we are playing.
You'll have to make a lot of money.
I am.
I feel like I survived a while out here just hand-to-hand combating these things. But that's fine.
Okay, that is all of the enemies though. So we are around to Roy.
All right.
What do you do?
Do I know what's
You
going on
hear
with those guys?
you hear shit still happening outside. You definitely hear it coming from that direction.
Is there any way I could get to a point where I could at least see them?
What's your speed?
My speed's an 11, but my move is a 30.
Okay.
Do they even
So
know
you can
we're
make a
out
run
there?
for it this way.
We've heard
Yeah,
gunshots,
yeah,
I'm assuming.
Yeah, that's fair, yeah.
You have been shooting.
And then, my hand!
Ah! Stop it!
You can get here if you use your minor and major.
I run out there.
All right.
Have my little.
Can you swap
But that will be the end of your turn, and you'll be ready to make an
Just
action.
gonna ask a
on your
little
next
question.
I'll just look behind me and go, hey, there's 2 more over here, guys.
turn. All right. Kane,
Punchy punch.
go for it.
That's going to be. That was so close to stunting. But that's going to be a 19 to hit.
Oh yeah.
9 points of punching
Oh, yeah.
damage.
Oh yeah. You go to punch it, and you actually after the beating it just took from you a moment ago, you punch through its rib cage and actually kind of split the dog almost in two as it as its belly kind of opens up as you slam into it. So that one's dead.
Damn, son.
Where'd you find this one?
All right. As we move on to actually,
So that's a minor action.
Yeah, I'm just gonna guard
Yeah.
it in.
minor action. Guard up.
Yep.
All right. Do you want to move to engage that other one? Oh wait, no, you're gonna guard up. Guard up. Okay. As we move on to Gordek.
Well, yep, I'm gonna go ahead and dispatch this guy. Did we decide? Never mind.
What? What?
It doesn't.
Talk to it. What?
It was good. Yeah, it was gonna be that, but I should have done that way at the beginning to team up on somebody. Then hindsight is a beautiful thing. I'm just gonna go ahead and finish blowing this thing's head off because I don't really have a glove that's functional on my right hand, so
Gotcha.
left hand's already holding the pistol.
You're gonna aim, right?
That's another triple 3. Yeah, obviously.
So that is a stunt, though.
It's the same
So
exact
9,
roll that I had
7,
last
and
time.
you hit last time, right?
Yep.
All right. General
With a
combat
14 because of the
stunts. But you got 3. I think there is still you can do a vicious blow to deal an extra d6 of damage.
Yeah, as long as I'm hitting. That's
Because you got 9 plus your...
plus my 1 accuracy, plus my 1 aim. But I'd
12,
like to use that stunt to do whatever the thing was that gave me more accuracy.
right. You had to do
Because-
the precision thing last time in order to hit, right?
Yeah, I would much rather just do that so that it actually hits.
Yeah, do that. Yeah, my bad.
Do that.
For some reason, I thought you had enough to hit without the precision.
The odds on that is 1 in 46,656.
Listen, I played Risk earlier today, and it was the worst thing that ever happened to me. I won, but it was bad. That is 2d6, right? Plus 2, so 8 ballistic damage, so 6 ballistic.
Because of his armor.
Yep.
Okay, so 14 is how much damage he's sitting at right now. He is looking bloody.
And I use my minor action to aim, so.
Yep. Okay.
Hey, you want to come get this guy?
The fact that you've survived this long one-on-one against this guy is impressive.
Kill him. Worse than this.
Because this guy is at least one danger level above the threat level that you are built for.
I ain't afraid.
You're doing great.
It's because we're badasses.
Matthias.
I'm going to move 33, I guess.
God, fantasy world.
And I'm going to try to reload while I'm moving.
Do you want to use your run, or you're not going to run, right?
I'm gonna reload
Okay.
with the major,
Gotcha. All right. So you get about that far.
and then I'm just gonna hold the corner there.
Gotcha.
Whatever comes around that corner is getting shot.
Okay, gotcha. Jax.
I'm gonna try to let this. Not try. I'm gonna let this.
I want to try to let this woman go.
Yeah. Let this woman go, and then I'm gonna try to move out there. Thank you for your service.
Does she
Appreciate
grasp,
you.
What's your speed? Is it 30 also?
30.
does she grasp onto him and refuse to let him let her go?
I mean, just might have some, like,
Oh,
cold
this person would
hands.
have probably also moved.
Have you seen how handsome I am?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not as handsome as Gordak.
All right, he's actually
I mean,
going to
that's
make
fair,
a
yeah.
shot at
Gordak
this
is-
one.
He's yoked up.
10,
Specimen.
14,
Literally.
17 minus the
I
double.
also rolled
He'll
a triple.
hit, so that's 2d6, 7 plus 10 damage to that, minus 2, 8. 8 damage to that guy.
I thought I like shut her out.
Your fellow security person to save your ass.
Well, he's still alive by 1. But the security guy does come up and lend a hand, because I forgot that they exist. Where the hell is my gun? Motherfuckers, I'm getting a gun after this.
There's that dead guy out there.
Oh yeah, that's probably good.
Did you want to run to get closer, or did you just want to do your minor movement and something else?
I'll run. Yeah, get me a little closer.
Okay, I'll put you right there. All right. As we move on to the monster starts.
Are they rolling 3d6 for damage? They've done a lot of damage both times.
They
feel that,
are
brother.
tough
Yeah.
mothers.
I got hit twice.
So did I.
Oh, did you?
This?
Okay, 12. Well, yeah, 12 plus 5, 17 to hit.
Me?
It's
Why would he attack me? I'm right next to him. Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Unequivocally.
All right, it is going to
Gordon
claw,
knocked
but it
dead.
did stunt.
Oh yeah, that makes me feel better. You said, but it did stun. Like, oh, you're listen, you might live.
Don't worry, it's stunted.
You know, it got lethal blow, actually. It's kind of crazy.
8 plus 3, 11 points of damage. Impact.
Of 4 armor.
11 minus the 4,
Seven.
7. Are you still up?
I'm still up. I'm taking a knee. You know.
This is great.
Yeah.
They're
gonna
getting
make
right to
so
the
much
cusp of death, so you can.
That's
How
funny
much
that
is
you
your
think
life
you're getting money.
Not much.
Okay.
I'm a lowly level 1 security guard. What do you want from me?
Money.
No, I figured we all know each other, so I'm not gonna charge you guys.
Okay. So that. Man. All right. That is the last enemy, though. So purple. That is Roy.
Just know if I
All
hide
right.
behind you in the future.
Yeah, you can scooch this security guard over enough for you to get a shot here.
All right.
I reduced the damage by 12.
Oh, I stunted
Oh, barely
with
left.
the 5.
You've survived a lot of damage.
I've taken a lot of damage.
How many hit points do you have? 28.
How much health do you have left?
3.
So yeah, you would have.
Does a 21 hit that guy per chance?
Yes.
All
That
right.
is how much I have left.
Well, I also got a level 5 or a 5 on the stunt, so I'm gonna add a lethal blow to him.
Go for it.
How come that's all I roll for damage?
It's enough. It's enough. Trust.
Well, it's starting off with a 12. And
It's 100% right.
I hope it is with 18.
At 14 health before I shot it. take
You don't add the +5 again. So
Okay.
it's 18.
Alright, yeah, so 18 damage in total as I just bring up my carbine.
Well, it had
rifle.
1 hit point left, so
Oh, I decimate this thing then. It is.
you
I
blow
just-
it apart and you see like its rib cage get blown out towards you a little bit. And you feel some of the shrapnel bounce off of your armor, but you just get covered in the guts of this thing.
See, I've got the bloody mess perk from Fallout going. That's the thing.
All right.
Well, that was easy enough. Ow.
Oh man.
I'm
Okay.
just still holding the corner, waiting for someone to come around.
So,
He's gonna shoot one of us. Is what's gonna happen.
I don't know what you're talking about.
alright. As we get back
It's
to
probably the one that doesn't look like a human.
a somewhat sense of calm, although calm demons and devil-looking things just came out of nowhere, wreaked havoc on. You see one of the security guards that lost their life in this attack. Thankfully, there are quite a few armed individuals riding this train.
Looted his body. You might have some money on him.
What the hell are we gonna do? We can't just be stranded here in the middle of this freaking collapsed cave system. What are we gonna do to get out of here?
What the fuck?
Nate, what's going on?
Unsure. You were supposed to tell me when you found out.
Well, we went out there and we got attacked by fucking demons.
Well, be prepared for more. We're open up to the wastes now.
As,
So the sooner we can.
as Gorgak and Kane look like shit.
I could use a hand over here.
There is a potential if we can get to the mechanism. I don't know if any of us are capable of repairing solar technology. And I don't mean like like those panels to draw on the energy. I mean like Lunarian technology.
There's Lunarian right there.
I don't want to be racist, but do you know how to repair Lunarian technology?
I don't know crap, my friend.
I didn't think so.
I could.
I'm only a mere 30 years old.
Odds are, when there is a collapse of this tram system, the solars will be on their way. But considering we have a cave-in, it could take some time. First thing we need to do is figure out how long it's going to take to get these walls, the tracks cleared, so we can at least move on from this particular section. The sooner we can get this debris out of the way, the World Junction isn't too far. We were almost there when the collapse struck. Maybe if we can clear a way to that, gather up supplies.
Would Kane, this is kind of what he does, is clear the tracks and stuff. Giving a cursory glance, would he know how long it would take to clear what's out there?
If you get your hands on the machinery, if it's not damaged in the area, could take a week to clear that out.
A week. Not with Gordak here. No, just kidding.
It could be expedited a little bit, but you don't imagine it taking any less than 5 days.
I'm nudging a body with my foot and then going. I could probably take a crack at the solar.
Are you all right?
We'll be fine.
How'd all these firearms get on this train system?
I'd be looking at security if I were you.
I've got a permit.
Yeah, okay.
Which
Just
guns
I'm
are you
glad you all
referring
have. I'm glad you all have guns. Motherfucker, somebody give me a gun. Y'all got extra guns? Wait, we get some hands on some more guns.
I want to
That
search.
dead guy had a gun.
I want to search the body
All
for
right,
a gun.
yeah. Gina's gonna pick up the dead guy's gun.
Wrong.
Sorry,
just trying to
Timothy,
loot the
this
guy.
gun is under new management.
He's not gonna need the money anymore.
Oh, we got a visitor. It's a dog. All right. Let's continue on, I suppose.
So
I mean, Gordak would be like looking for something to wrap his hand up in, maybe stem the bleeding.
I'll come over. Do we know each other?
Do you board this train a lot?
Yeah.
It's probably seen you a few times at least. Knows you're kind of weird, but doesn't know much past that. Probably roll a history check.
I was gonna say, can I roll to see if I've seen him with his bullshit?
Roll to see if you trust him enough.
Plus perception. That's,
It'd be plus your. Well, we don't have history, do we? Just add your intelligence.
That's like one intelligence. I would say it's a 10 because that's what the dice say. And I
With
have
your
0
perception, though, I will say that you saw him instigate some shit.
That's why I was asking you the perception, because I feel like I would have seen him do some.
But as far as his history and knowing anything about him, you don't know much, but you do know he was instigating some shit on the train.
Yeah, it would be a 12, isn't it?
But you might also know that he does medical work.
You got any bandages you can spare?
How much? Do you have any money?
Not a fucking dime. Or whatever the version of dime in this world is.
Not a credit.
Credit, yeah.
I got a couple credits. It's
And I owe you?
Listen, it's complicated, okay? All my credits are in my savings, and I gotta transfer them to my checking, but like, I can't get it to you right now. But do you want to keep living? Did you see these things? Look what they did to me.
I was gonna say the other person who had the shit beat out of it is gonna put his hand, and you're gonna see the bio scales on it. If we're gonna get out of here, we need to be in tip-top shape. If you can help.
Fair enough.
As you guys are having this conversation, Matthias, make a perception check. Same with you. And same with you.
I got
Actually, everybody can make it, that's fine.
I got a 16 with a 5 stunt.
There's 12. Roll right there, brother.
13.
17.
11 with a
But
2
did you
stunt.
stunt though?
Not even.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Listen,
Oh, wait.
I did.
No,
I don't
mine
make
be
stunts a
16.
habit. You know what I mean?
What's stunting on you?
Perception to it.
Okay, so as you guys are kind of having this conversation, you do see that dead security guard twitch. As you see part of its body starting to like turn color.
Would I have seen this process before? Is this like a
Probably,
mutation?
yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
wait, is this the one that the gun was taken away from?
Yeah.
Okay. We probably need to burn these bodies
You
immediately.
see it, like,
I would like to shoot it.
go ahead. I'm gonna say you don't have to aim for this. You just fire. You do blow this thing's brains out, and it does like stop moving. But you do now know that this black mutation can infect others. You do see that this one and that one have both taken injuries from these things.
I don't have a second gun.
I'm gonna help him first.
I got my rifle and pistol.
Come here, big guy.
I'm all yours, pal.
Can you guys kiss?
You lift me in your arms.
No
Little
kiss.
snake-like tongue flitters at me. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
I know another way you can pay.
We need some help with your homework.
Yeah. So, seeing the security guard down there, seeing these two have taken some injuries from these creatures, what are you guys doing in response to that information, or not in response to it, in response into trying to survive down here?
We should probably start walking.
the tunnels are collapsed.
Like completely? There's no way for us to get over and through?
I guess a
I mean-
100-foot fall.
Yeah. And then crawl over maybe? I don't know.
You guys could see what is above the tunnel system. There is a potential that you could climb to get to the surface and see what it looks like up there.
I've just
Before we
seen
do
him
anything-
vomit twice from a dead body. I don't trust him climbing anything.
I want to try to help. While we have some quiet, I want to try to help them so that way we don't just immediately go out there and see more enemies.
And
Okay.
and then
So,
Yes, bring ambulance.
roll. Did you already do your medicine stuff?
No.
Alright, so go ahead and roll your medicine test. Does yours get adjusted because you have the emergency care stuff?
Yes. Yeah. First aid equals MA.
Oh, right, it's a minor action for you. That's correct. So you can do it during, like, combat.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, okay, first aid equals MA. Alright. So go ahead and roll your medicine test. Target number is 12, so it's plus your medicine, if you have the...
That is 11, 14.
Okay, so you succeed. So it's intelligence plus... What is it?
14 d6s.
Intelligence plus a D. What did it say on the thing? Where's that minor action sheet?
Here's all the extra
What's it say in the
D6s.
gritty system? Intelligence plus what?
Intelligence plus 1.
Alright. So whatever your intelligence is plus 1 is how much you heal.
Upstairs.
Okay.
So what is that for him?
14.
Intelligence 2 plus 1.
So 3 points of damage healing.
Ouchies. Thanks. What's your name, kid?
Jax, or the Jackal.
Jackal. I like that. Jax is pretty slick too.
He's like super old though.
You're super old?
I'm up there.
Oh.
I've been around the block a few
Replace-
times.
Replace kid with old timer. I'm Gordak. Appreciate your help. We'll get even. We'll get you taken care of, bud.
Alright.
You ready?
So after you do a little
Yes,
bit
he's
of...
got to heal me too.
Yep. So target number 12.
8, 11, and 12.
Yeah, okay. And you also heal for, what is it, 3?
3. Yeah.
Yep. 8, I mean, better than nothing.
Hey, we got any med kits on this damn train?
That's what you just got.
You telling me you ain't got anything special for security? I knew this was a fucking shit job.
Would the train have any more med kits or any?
This is why I'm leaving it in your hands to figure out how you're going to survive. So you could search the trains for medical resources or food because you guys might be down here a while.
Wise old timer.
Can I make it to the front of the train
Sure.
and see if I could get in?
Well, as front as you can get. You do, when you get to the front of the train, per se, you do see one of the dead mutations, like, crushed between a rock and a hard place with its head removed. But, yeah, that's about as far. The engine compartment got somewhere crushed ahead. Somewhere.
So the train's not built.
I'll just go. So I'm assuming that's crushed. I'll just go into the next compartment and then work my way down, trying to find.
Go ahead and make a
supplies.
searching or seeing, whatever perception test you have that'll fit.
Nine.
9. Is anyone assisting you? Or do you want Gina to come with you?
Sure.
Gina probably will.
She's
I'll
a,
help you out, man.
she's
I'll
a-
help you out,
not
young man.
want Gina to come with him.
she's a wild-eyed
That's why
pistol
I told her
wearer.
to get the gun.
I'll help you out, young man. Let's go find us some drugs.
What?
Medical ones.
Okay.
If you can find some others, that'd be nice too.
Man, my rolls are on fire tonight. I'm sorry. 14 plus 2.
Don't be sorry when you're helping us. Be sorry when you're trying to kill us.
Yeah.
She will find a medical supply locker full of, we'll say, 3 med injections. 3 med injectors, we'll say.
Cool.
So, oh my god, is that this thing? Yeah. So you guys will have 3 of these. You can use a minor action to gain 10 hit points. You have 3 of these.
Each?
No,
Please?
total. Just in total.
Because we're gonna use all 3 of them.
Yeah,
I know.
dude, those insulin jabs were going for those diabetes.
in
That's-
total. You have 3 between your whole group. Let's see.
I could take 2 and still not be healed.
Same. Well, actually, no, I would be healed now.
Exactly healed. This is fine.
Hey.
This is fine.
So you guys can divvy those up how you see fit.
I think Gordak would be trying to find people on the train that have any kind of history of combat of any kind of people that have shot weapons, people that are take karate classes, just anybody, because having understood that the engine compartment is collapsed in, this train's not moving, it sounds like we're on foot. Whatever we're doing, whether we're going to the surface, which Gordak is saying, hey, let's not do that. That's a bad choice, because there's a lot more of these things up there. But I'm going to grab my go bag, okay? Which you mentioned some things that were in it, mostly my shotgun and I can't remember. I didn't write it all down.
I think
I literally wrote go bag with shotgun. But it would have been like first aid kit type stuff. Like
yeah. You'll have an extra first aid kit in there. You'll probably have some rations in there, a shotgun. Any tools that you think might have been useful. No med injectors. Nothing that we need to keep track of.
Yeah, I would have had some standard like wrenches and stuff because I do enjoy tinkering on things.
Yeah.
But, okay. No like.
Your emergency. You might have some duct tape in there, some like sort of bonding glue. Like not like you really need that.
You're telling me I don't have an invulnerability potion?
Like anything you can
goodness.
think of that might be useful in a go bag, I will say is probably in there.
Okay, toilet paper.
Sounds
But
like
having the shotgun helps.
Hey, can we loot the cargo? Since this place is.
Yeah, definitely gonna talk to Nate about like, hey, what's in this cargo? What can we get? We need what has to go to be protected, and what's in there that we can use. Otherwise, none of this is making it to the final position.
Look, Gordak, look. If you see anything in these trains here, probably insured. There's gonna be nothing technically super valuable in there. Anything we do take, we'll probably have to pay for.
I guess we'll just leave it here then.
Just saying.
It might get destroyed by the zombies.
That other security guard that survived, we're gonna call him Mitch.
You bitch.
He's still alive, isn't he?
He's gonna come over to you. Hey, compadre. I heard what Nate said. I did the manifest this morning. There's a possibility some of this shit fell off the train.
So it fell off the train?
Yeah, might have fell off the train. I can alter the manifest. I can say,
How would it have fallen off the train? The train's enclosed.
I could say 3 grenades arrived instead of 10. I don't know, things like that. I don't know if there's any grenades in there. But that's the kind of shit I can do.
Hey, Kate. Hey, come here.
Yeah.
Let me try. Here. This is Mitch.
Hey,
Mitch is a smart guy.
I got the
You're a
manifest.
smart guy, right?
We can adjust the manifest just a little bit.
That's probably for the best then.
Good God.
Especially if we want to live.
I'm just gonna assume
Anything we take, we just need to make sure looks damaged when we put it back, or when they find it, we could say it got crushed.
Okay.
So we crush it as soon as we take it. Got it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm in
Damaged
for.
in transport.
I'm down for a good Hulk smashing session.
Go ahead and make a searching test. See if you guys were lucky in the draw as far as like corporate supplies go.
Can I use 66? No. Okay. Is this a perception thing too, or is it?
This would be perception skills. So if you have any perception focuses that match,
But the proficiency bonus does not add.
you can add your perception bonus.
13.
Okay.
No,
Also
15. 15.
No, 13.
11.
Oh,
13.
I'll
plus
have
2 is
Mitch assist.
15. It's not good enough.
Okay, he didn't do as great. But 12, 13 being the highest for you guys.
15 is what I had.
Oh, 15.
Yeah.
That's a lot better.
Yeah, it was 13 without my modifier.
Mine was because I rolled a 1 with my 5 and my 6.
Okay, so you found, let's say you found, you can probably realistically take 2 grenades without getting corporations on your back. You could also use one of these grenades. I don't know how Nate's gonna feel about that, actually, but I mean,
We don't
anyway.
really give a shit about what
You just toss the nade in the room.
but you could take 2 grenades probably realistically, and they'll do 3d6 ballistic wound damage in a, we'll say a 20-foot space, like a 20-foot cube situation. And then let's see, you do find a shotgun.
Okay.
It's a biostem scatter shot. Very high end. You do get the feeling that if you take this, manipulate the manifest, it went missing, they might still ask questions about this stuff. You also found a biostem toxin resistant assault armor. That's a 6i 8b. They would definitely ask questions if this went missing. But as far as like supplies, resources go into corporate trams, that's what you find. Nathan will actually approach you. Look, I understand what you guys are doing, but be careful. It's your lives on this. It's your fucking livelihoods on the line if this shit ends up falling back on you. And then again, he pulls you aside. Look, make sure everyone stays away from the north side.
Of the train, right? Or, yeah. Which is fully collapsed in.
Right.
What's in there?
I don't know, and if you care about your life, you don't want to know.
You know that makes me want to go to the north end of the train, right? And just figure it out. Like that. Listen, you're putting something out there into the world that strikes. It's piquing my curiosity, and I'm a curious little kitten. Okay.
Look, even if we survive today, if anybody ends up on that side of the tram system, and when he's saying north side, so you've got all these trams side by side here. He means over there.
Oh, so not the trains that we are on?
Right.
Okay,
Not
I was
the north
thinking
end
like-
of the train. There's a side of the tram system he wants you to stay away from.
Okay.
If we even survive today, there are things on that side of the tram system that should you get your eyes on, it won't matter if you survive today. You will not survive. Period. Do you understand? These corporations
Yeah.
don't play around.
Yeah, I get it. You working for these people?
Not by choice. But they do pay.
What are they blackmailing you? Come on, Nate. I've been a good guy. I've been a friend. Shoot me straight.
It's more like when you do business with people like this, you know what they have on you already. They don't have to say it.
Yeah, that's the problem with this world.
Yeah.
Got it.
But okay, so you guys, do you take the armor and the shotgun?
I'm 100% doing
Okay.
Dude, I'm not trying to die. I'm already on death's door. Like, I don't need anything else. I am going to offer Cade over here that armor because I noticed he wasn't wearing any armor.
It does not have armor.
There you go. And then, are you giving your old shotgun to someone else?
What does the scatter shot do? Oh, I'm sorry. You're handing it to me. I didn't see that. That's +2 to hit. Or is it plus?
So yeah, it would be a +2 to hit as well, but I already included it in the 2d6 +4 +4.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't need to worry about that. Yeah. I will. You've got guns. You've been blowing people's faces off.
You know, it's funny. The only person who doesn't have a gun is still Kane.
You have a pistol you could give.
Fine. I'll hand out a shotgun.
Well, you can hand out.
I'd rather keep my pistol
Do you
just in
want
case.
to give Kane your old shotgun?
Do you want a shotgun?
I mean, I'm not very good with it.
Me
It'd
either.
be your perception to hit. And
Is it perception to hit?
Mhm.
Oh, I was adding my
perception
accuracy
to
for
hit?
that.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, it is accuracy.
Okay.
My
Okay, I was
mistake.
gonna
My
say,
mistake.
listen, that's a whole nother one.
It
I
is,
still
it's
would have missed.
accuracy to hit. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll hand him my old shotgun, which is a 3d6 plus your accuracy to hit. Is that what I had? That's what we discussed. 3d. Yeah, it's your 3d6 to hit. Obviously, duh.
Yeah.
Plus whatever your accuracy, and the damage is 2d6
Plus
4 ballistic is what I had. Is that
well,
plus?
sure, but it's including your perception on there. So 4 minus your perception. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I have 2 perception. How much?
So it'd be 2d6 plus 2 plus your perception.
Yeah.
So,
I had one perception.
perception
So it's 2d6 plus 3 for you.
is damage.
Perception is damage for ranged, and strength is damage for fighting. Or for melee.
I would have done 6 more damage. It feels bad.
Grenades times 2.
Now, ranged. Ranged is accuracy, perception, and melee is fighting strength.
Did we find any fellow combatants among the train? Other than the normal security?
Not really.
Okay.
No. It's just that security guard and now Gina.
I'm gonna take a grenade. I'm gonna walk up to the little boy, and I'm just kidding.
You do see the boy and his dad are kind of like he's just kind of concerned. You guys do hear over the PA system. Actually, just a moment. It's a staticky noise that you guys catch. This is Kelly Hansen at World Burger. If anyone is out there, please, I have my daughter with me. We're running out of time. And then you hear the radio kind of cut out.
Sounds like they're fine.
Is World Burger on the train?
It's at the World Junction.
How close is Lord?
They're running.
That's my wife. Kelly is my wife. How soon till we get the rubble removed so we can head there? Sorry,
Who was it that you?
I'm
were the
Edward
one that knew
Hansen.
that?
That's my wife.
Well, if I can find the equipment, it'd be about 5 days.
5 days? What if we went over the top?
I was gonna
Have to
say,
sneeze.
you feel it right there, and then it doesn't.
Yeah.
The problem with going over the top is climbing. I look at the child. Would Kane know with the explosives that we found if I could how fast that would make it for clearing that out then?
I mean, it's potentially you could shorten it to like 3 days. Potentially.
There's a chance
You really need to get your equipment though.
Yeah.
To hope it's not damaged.
I need to check the equipment first, so if the equipment's destroyed or busted, and I look at the guy, don't say anything, just I don't say it out loud because I don't want to freak out the kid, but I basically motion that if the equipment is busted, we're fucked.
All right. We'll just wait here. If you need help moving rubble, you see Lucas kind of get up. My arm's not what it used to be, but I can probably help moving rocks. As he kind of gets up and you see his left leg and arm kind of malfunctioning a little bit, but he's able to move at a slower pace.
Well, I would sit tight here, wait until I can figure out if the equipment is working or not.
All right. So
I do need people to watch my back while we're checking that out, though.
who wants to travel with
I'll go with you.
Kane?
Because wouldn't hurt to have somebody that can help you heal me if you need.
Well, I ain't sitting on this train with these boring motherfuckers. Can I come with you?
Hell yeah, Gina, let's go. Okay. Gina's about that action. I'm trying to like. So how far roughly would we know how far we are from the exchange station or like the destination or whatever it would be?
Once you
By
get
foot?
the rubble removed,
It's a couple miles, right?
probably yeah,
By foot?
by foot, yeah.
By
We
foot,
just
so
need
we
to-
could make it in less, like an hour-ish if we climbed up over and then,
Well,
as long as everything's clean on the other
I'm gonna
side.
say it's more like
Thanks.
yeah, about like 3 or 4 miles, but still.
Okay.
So we just need to clear up enough space for us to fit through, right? And then we can continue
Well-
looking on.
and hope that it's safe. I mean, we don't want to be going through there and it collapsing on us again.
Sure.
Right.
Is there a way we could cut to the? So you said these trams are running next to each other. Is there a way, like a service tunnel, that would lead us to another tram we could walk through?
Maybe you just don't know if it's collapsed or not.
You guys are the ones that work here.
I don't know anything about
You
the
do
tunnels.
know that these 4 trams that are currently running here, all 4 of these trams have been cut off. As far as you guys are aware, there are no other trams.
Wait, us, the tram people, don't know about the trams?
We don't know that there's no
I mean,
other
you
trams
kind of
besides.
know about something, but
We don't know the schedule.
or you guys know that these 4 trams are the only trams.
Okay.
On the books.
I don't even know about books. I can't read.
But yeah,
Wardak's trying to gather everybody up for a hike because I'm assuming we're hiking at this point because everything looks collapsed. Looks
so
like it's a
let's see
climbing
if your equipment is good to go. As you make your way over to where your so every junction has like some equipment stored there just in case things like this happen. It has crumbled in a little bit. You do see some debris blocking the entrance there, but with the help of, is anybody with him helping move any debris? Are you?
Yeah, Brandon.
Okay. So as you guys move the debris, it takes maybe 20 minutes.
Gina went with us too.
Gina, yeah. She's just kind of watching them. I ain't lifting those boulders. That's building you motherfuckers. You big, strong motherfuckers, okay?
She's no longer about that action.
But 20 minutes go by as she's kind of keeping an eye out for you guys. As some of these boulders do make a little bit of noise as they get moved out of the way. But you do make your way to the storage eventually, and you do see that the equipment, other than maybe needing a top-up or servicing, and there's plenty of materials here to do that, are going to be good to go to do some digging.
Is there, besides the digging materials, is there any like extra kits or emergency supplies?
So there is. You do see what is in a crate that it's real dusty, but you see it's marked with the Lunarian symbol, like a lunar tech symbol, and you break the lock on it, you look inside, and it's an emergency zoning net, so you can lay this out in an area, and it provides you some protection against what might be out here. But it will not, any operations you do to clear the tunnel, this isn't going to be able to protect you from that. No, well, I mean, per se, it depends on where you place it. If you go up above and you place these pools, because it comes with like a large set of pools, if you place these pools above ground, around the opening, per se, you could create a protective barrier there. But if you place it below ground, you're only going to protect what you circle with it.
Yeah.
So if you were working on the tunnel and you placed it down there, then yeah. But it might be safer to place it down there, less noticeable by anything that might be up there.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll let you guys kind of decide how you want to handle that.
I will take the zoning net. I'll take the cutting and digging equipment. I imagine it all fits in my bag, or there's a case that I can take.
You've got helpers, and you can get a case together, a toolbox or something to roll out there. As far as the digging equipment, it is driven, like a forklift, like a large.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a large machinery.
I'll start moving it out then.
Do you? What do you do with the net, and when do you set that up? Before or after moving the heavy machinery out?
After moving the heavy machinery out.
Okay. As you do go to move the heavy machinery out, let's see. Okay. You're able to get all the machinery out. It doesn't appear to have drawn anything to your location just yet. You do feel a slight tremor in the ground. The same go noise that you were hearing before, but it doesn't appear to be getting any closer, per se.
I want to look up at the hole in the ceiling. Is it foot shaped?
Mm-hmm.
Talking about giant here.
Make a intelligence test if you have one that matches. If not, whatever, just intelligence is fine.
Research.
Sure.
Oh shit. That's gonna be a 14 with a stunt plus 18 plus. When you said if you have a focus on research, it's a +2. So I got a 20
Nice.
plus 4 stunt.
You're not confident it was necessarily a foot, but it could have been. It could have been a kick. Definitely something attacked from the outside in. The thing didn't just collapse. You do look up there and you see that the shielding and the bars that hold it up have been pushed in. You're not sure what could have gotten past the barrier. That barrier is meant to withstand some pretty heavy strikes. So something happened that weakened the barrier. At least briefly.
We need to get the fuck out of here.
No shit.
I will explain my theory to everyone.
Yeah. So believes that something large broke through that,
And people are wanting to climb up where that
Barrier.
large thing is, so that's fun.
and whatever solar defenses that this tram had, they lost power for a moment. Just long enough for shit to happen.
Out which way? Out of here, which way? Up.
Safety.
Up,
No.
down.
Maybe?
Through,
Yes.
Sounds a lot easier than down.
as I'm driving the forklift.
Beep, 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 beep.
Excellent OSHA safety standards.
You got the equipment out. Before you start digging, are you guys planning on going above ground or fighting another tunnel?
Sounds like we're trying to go through the tunnel.
So digging.
Yeah.
Okay.
It sounds like everybody.
Sounds like the safest.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, what are you doing with your net? How are you going to set that up?
If you need a climber, let me know.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to the climber.
Is there a way that we could do it, like, I don't, it'd be more dangerous, but is there a way we could do it, like, partially up? Not all the way up on the surface, but, like, I don't know, spikes through a wall?
Possibly. And since you've got such a good climber, I'm going to say you'll get a bonus for trying
I'm
that.
totally rolling a 111. When I do this, I see it in my future.
Well, if I give you the net,
That's
do
fine.
with it
I
what
take
you
the
will.
net.
I'm going to say
Gordak has the net.
Our dork.
roll. What focuses do you have?
I don't know what the focus is. I have
Did you write any
talents.
focuses down?
I don't have a single focus. I'm focused on protecting people, and brawling and grappling.
You didn't get any focuses
I
with your
didn't get any.
profession, your class, or...
He said brawling and grappling.
I'm a brawler grappler.
Well, yeah.
But then you should have like a might or like one of mine is self-discipline.
I had a thing that I don't know where those are. What are they attached to?
They'd be attached to your profession, your
Drive.
class.
What's your
and
drive?
My drive is protector.
What did you pick a focus for that one?
Yeah, protect is my focus. It says talent or improvement. So my talents are either misdirection or protect. So I took protect, and then my improvement is health, membership, or
okay.
reputation.
So what was
and I
your
took health.
profession?
That is, I believe, brawler profession.
Oh, so it would have been brawling.
Brawler. So I took grappling for brawler.
Okay, grappling goes under your strength box. So go ahead and put grappling in your strength box.
Okay.
So when you do your grapple actions, you add +2.
Right.
Wait, is that under fighting actually?
It's a fighting action.
Never mind. Put it under fighting. My
Is it?
mistake.
Yeah, because that's where mine is.
My bad. So when you do like your melee attack with grapple, specifically, you get to add grappling to the attack bonus
Okay.
to hit. And then did your class give you anything, or did you get a focus from the rolling table or anything like that?
So my focus is. So the focus for brawler is either fighting, and in parentheses brawling, or fighting, grappling, and I took grappling.
Gotcha. Okay.
So
So we'll just say
Okay, grapple.
I'm going to allow you to use grappling and strength
and I'm gonna
for this because you can grapple onto the rocks with your hands
I'm gonna also
and the pulls with your hands.
I'm also gonna
grappling that pull. Technically.
spit on my fingers a little bit, get a good
Yep.
get a good thing. and then I'm gonna with the stuff tucked kind of like
Yeah.
under my.
And you can have it in like a pack or
Yeah.
something on your back.
Yeah, I'm gonna start climbing the wall. How far do you guys want me to go? Fearless leader of cleaning things out.
I'm gonna say in order to get these things stuck, you look around and you're gonna have to get to at least 2 or 3 feet from the edge and stick them into the side. You don't have to poke your head above.
Like up to the 100-foot climb.
Yeah.
Say less. Let's go. It's been a
Go
long
ahead and
time since I
roll,
got to go clean.
Strength plus grappling.
Plus what?
Plus grappling plus 2, technically, because you have your climbing stuff.
That's not great. That's an 8
8
on the
die.
dice.
So plus
What's
your
your strength?
strength.
My strength is 2, 10,
So 10, and then plus 2 for grappling.
12.
12, and then 1 stunted.
Okay. We'll say you got 13 then. So it's challenging. So you struggle a little bit. Go ahead and make a perception-ish test while you're up there.
8 plus 5, 13, 15.
While you are up
And I
there,
stunted with a 5.
you do hear that thundering noise a bit. Do you take a peek?
No, I don't want to. I feel like. Okay, you tell me. Do I have a good idea what this thundering is?
Probably.
I've probably been around it. I've been out here a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. I'd rather just place these things in the wall. I don't really need to.
Okay. You do get about halfway around before you start to lose your grip and fall. Go ahead and make a dexterity test.
You remember all that healing you just did?
Yeah. Hey, you know the healing med injectors that you found?
8.
8? Okay. Yeah.
If I start falling, I'm spitting my hand to the wall, though. Like,
How many hit points you got left?
6.
You see him fall and is now unconscious.
Fuck yes.
Takes 7 points of falling damage. But you got half the rods up.
How far
Um,
are we
we
away
speed
from
dig.
him?
I'm in like
I gave everything
stuff. I'm clearing stuff.
Oh, so we came back though.
I'm gonna
Huh?
Where was
inject
that
him.
stuff?
Med inject? Okay.
Well, I had to
so you
give him-
gain back 10 hit
so-
points.
Oh,
You are
okay.
back
Yeah, that's right.
to 10. But I'm not going to make you roll again. I'm just going to say you go back up there and you finish installing them.
Man, this never happened to me before.
Insight check.
What happened was you just came across like a part of the rock that got covered in some of the black blood, and it didn't quite stick as well on that one section. But
Listen, it usually doesn't happen like this. I swear.
but you do manage to get the rest of the rods up, and when you do hit the switch to activate them, you see one flicker because of the fall. But the shielding does enact. You just see one side kind of like. You want to try and go up there and repair it, or do you want to leave it?
I don't know what that means. So these are not pieces of equipment that I use. I don't know what all it just means.
Okay. You just
So-
see it flickering. That one section doesn't seem to be as strong.
Hey, Kate. Does that mean something?
That means it broke when you fell.
Shit. Well,
It will stay up, but I don't know how long.
listen, I tried my best. Is there anything I can do? I want to help.
Somebody can fix it.
I mean, I'm in a lot of fucking pain right now, but listen, I understand survival, okay? I've been out in that wilderness for the better part of a year. I don't want anybody else to have to go through that.
All right. I'm gonna say, for the purposes of this, unless you guys want to volunteer somebody to go up there, you can just kind of like see what happens.
To go up to the very top or to fix
To
the
just start fixing shit. Just start digging, essentially.
What would happen? Like, what would be the reason to go up there? Like, can you fix it?
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
What do you have to?
So what you're gonna need to do is you need to go up there, bring it all back down.
to climb.
I can help fix it, and then you're gonna have to go back up.
Okay. So what would I need to do to fix it if I wanted to try to fix that?
Unclear.
I've got a screwdriver. Hey, stop that.
I would try to maybe fix it.
You just watched him fall like 100 feet, though.
Yeah.
Well, 50 feet.
Yeah. I don't know how good I am at climbing.
Fuck it.
I mean, if you want to climb, you can. I mean, it's all up to you.
You want me to spit on your fingers?
No, I don't.
Okay. Is that a weird question?
I don't know.
Oh.
Okay. Do you begin digging?
Yep.
All right. So,
It's normal where I am
as far as the food situation goes, you guys have enough food to make it like 3 days without rationing it. So you have about 5 days with rationing.
We could cook.
So, do you use your grenades and other manufacturing equipment while you're at this?
Delicious. And
I want to see how far I get before I need to think about using the grenade.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, let's not do that.
I have already made all the rolls, so I already know what is going to happen when you guys start digging. So we will see
Did you already
as this
have a grenade?
goes.
I got one from you, I think.
Okay.
So, is there anything anybody wants to do over the course of this, like, at least 3 days of digging?
I'd like to heal.
So go ahead and roll 3d6.
Come on, sixes.
See how much you heal.
It's okay. That's 12.
12 hit points back.
Do I also roll 3d6?
If you are hurt, you can roll a d6 per day.
I don't think I have any more heals. I only have the 2 medkits.
You don't have to use those for this. And you
No,
can't heal
for-
someone until they take another injury. I guess you could heal him after he fell.
But I already used the 2 medkits.
Oh, never mind. They use the med injector anyway, so you're good. No, your med kits, you get, I think it's like 5 uses out of each med kit.
Oh, okay, that makes it so much better.
Yeah. So you're good.
I'm good on 3 days though.
Yeah, Roy would probably just be cleaning his gun after firing it so much.
doing all the fucking work, I see how it is.
I would be like moving stuff, but like I don't know. I
You
don't
want
know.
to teach me how this thing works? I'll fucking move it. I'll do it.
General labor is beneath me.
Fucking hell yeah.
I'll remember that.
I've got a gun. I can fucking move this thing too.
Anytime I'm not healing, I would happily be like moving boulders, lifting heavy
You
things.
just push this lever, you push this pedal, and we go.
I'm not letting her drive this.
All right.
What's Nate doing through all this?
He's just kind of like advice, supervising, just supervising.
Fucking prick.
Someone has to do it, and there's 2 of us currently doing it.
You're a fucking prick too.
Okay. After the first 3 days, nothing comes to fuck with your shield yet.
Am I gonna have to like keep moving those rods?
You feel like a few good blasts with your grenades will clear the rest of the way. At least on the 3rd day, you feel like a few good blasts with that ought to open it enough that we can get through.
These things you probably hear that, I guess.
Or you can spend,
It's not like we couldn't hear it.
we'll say another day doing it without grenades.
Oh, I could get it done another day without the grenades?
Yeah, I'll say without the grenades, you could probably get it done in a day because you've had a little bit of help from some of the people.
I feel like I would have asked Nate or like the other security members to set up like some kind of defensive barriers, like obstacles.
Sure.
For if something comes down the walls to get to us, they'd have to go over, through, under. You know, maybe a little obstacle course where like whoop, 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 you know, that fireman course thing. Just as a defense mechanism.
Right. Go ahead, actually. Make a perception or some perception-based test. Just came.
That's going to be a 12 with a stunt of 3. Oh, sorry, 13 with a stunt of 3.
Okay. Not
Forgot
bad.
to add my perception.
As you're kind of debating whether to use these grenades to break down this wall, you do see that there's spots up above where you could potentially put a grenade or throw a grenade if you needed to collapse the tunnel again. I'll take cookies. So, do with that information what you will.
I'm going to put a mental note just in case shit starts hitting the fan.
Okay.
Alright.
So,
At this point,
do you take the extra day to
everyone's
do
happy.
the?
happy.
So everyone, go ahead and roll a d6.
Is that for healing?
Yeah.
I'm still not full because I rolled a 1. Well,
Twinsies.
can I talk to this guy?
There we go.
Somewhere, would I have seen the old shooting performance that he did? Just like
I mean, he did see the one where I saved him and splattered that guy.
yeah, I feel like I'd approach him like, hey man,
So,
you look pretty handy with a rifle. Is that what you use?
yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty good with this thing, I'll admit, but I'm more of a pistol guy myself.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I'll tell you what. I really appreciate what you did with the rifle.
no problem. It was life or death, so I don't charge anyone for that.
That's a lot kinder than a lot of people I've met in the world. Where are you from?
What dicks?
Me and my family traveled around a lot, so never really had one place. Most Lunarians tend to have some money, we didn't. But
I understand that.
we scrounged around enough, watched a bunch of old spaghetti westerns from way back in the day, and yeah, just go around as a bounty hunter now, trying to make whatever I can.
Bounty hunter, huh? There's a lot of money to be made as a bounty hunter in this world.
Yeah, unless you accidentally kill a wanted alive guy. That's only happened 3 times.
Sounds like you got plenty of experience. I'd appreciate you by my side at any time. I'm Gordak.
Richard Roy. My friends call me Roy, my enemies call me Dick. Which is weird because I don't even tell them my name's Richard.
Well, I'll call you Roy for now, bud.
Alright.
That's it. That's all I got. That's the best I got for RP.
That was great.
I've been holding on to that
Really great.
Richard joke for a while.
So, is anybody else up to anything over the course of these 4 days?
Was there any technology you were trying to look at, or have we gotten there yet?
I don't think so.
No. Okay.
Okay. Were you guys planning on looking at some technology or something?
At one point, I thought he was planning on looking at something.
What are you looking at?
Was there like a power box or something in the tunnel? Listen, I'm old. I forget things quick.
The only thing I remember was talking about you going up and bringing the net down. That's it.
Okay. All right. Cool. So as that 4th day passes, and you do manage to clear that tunnel. And you did not use the grenades.
Did not use the grenade.
Lucky for you guys, none of the creatures from above fucked with your solar defense system, even though it is still flickering.
It's still super hot down here.
No.
Because it's subterranean, it's not as bad.
It's a little bit less now that when that solar thing went up, it kind of protected from a lot of the solar rays. So the temperature isn't really equalizing very much, but it's maybe 80s instead of
Okay.
hundreds.
It's no longer required that we like the ball
Right.
out.
And it'll get a little cooler when you get into the shade. It'll get into like the high 70s or low 70s, so it's not too bad. You do feel the occasional gust of wind down here still, though, so there must have been a collapse further on as well.
Behind us or in front of us?
In front of you. So,
Balzac.
you are about 4 miles away from the World Junction. So, as you guys gather up your supplies, anything you need to take with you, do you take your digging gear with you? Okay. Anything you need to take with you, we are going to go ahead and go to break. So, we'll take a little 15-minute intermission, and then we will be back at the World Junction. Adios. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to a little bit of a dive in the A.T.W.E tram system, or dive in, get stuck in, collapsed, and just all over, just fighting to survive down here. As our group of A.T.W.E ticket holders, employees, cities, try to survive as they move their way through the tunnel towards the World Junction. Be probably a couple hours walk. Little under probably. But with the occasional dip into exploring areas down here, it might take a little longer. But Edward and his son Nicholas definitely don't want to go slow. So they are moving with pace. Occasionally he picks up Nicholas to hold on his back, and then his back starts to hurt, so he puts him back down. But Lucas is also not the fastest among you, so he'll kind of hitch a ride on the back of the lift.
Figured he was.
The drill lift, or whatever you want to call it, the drilling equipment.
But there's no riders.
Right.
Sorry.
At some point, Edward's, do you mind if I put Nicholas on the back of the drill? His legs are getting tired.
Just make sure he doesn't fall.
Okay. Hold on tight. Don't let go of the railing. Okay. This is much better. I wish I had my tablet to tell me what to do in the middle of a cave-in.
This is what you do in the middle of a cave-in.
I don't like it then. When do we see Mom? Soon, really soon. I hope. Really soon.
Surprised Bougie Boy over here didn't try getting on there too. Huh?
I'm not opposed to walking. I'm opposed to manual labor.
Lucas will actually go over to you as you're walking. How are you holding up?
I'm doing fine. Just fine.
You know, we've all got our demons that we've had to slay. Are you the demon, or are you the slayer?
It's very cryptic. Both.
Well, sounds like you still have redemption. I think I'm more of the demon myself. I don't think there's any way back from what I did. That's why I was going to leave. An exile route. Head out into the wastes. Maybe find my way to Tortimo. Doesn't look like that's going to happen, and that might not be a bad thing for me. You see him pick up a chit out of his pocket. Well, if they've been tracking her, then they'll have tracked her to here. And he snaps it in half and just tosses it to the ground.
A chit?
It is like a chip.
Chip.
Some sort of tracking chip. Maybe I bought her a second chance. Anyway, so motherfucker, why are you all sad? Just kind of like, this is fun. Y'all need to learn how to, you know, you want to try holding this guy? Actually, never mind. I don't think I should give you a gun. You might do something stupid. You ain't getting no more candy bars.
There's candy bars.
You don't get the nuts. You already picked. You don't need no sweets. So as you guys continue on, are you doing anything during this 2 hours-ish of travel?
I want to try to venture out and see if I can find any more supplies on any other trains, if there's any
Make
nearby.
a searching test. Is anybody else searching with him as you guys are traveling?
I might as well.
I'm not.
I'm looking for service time.
So yeah,
To the
so you are
north?
searching. Yeah. So you roll.
Yeah.
He's a sneaky little fucker.
That's an
8
8.
and
What are you
searching
doing with
test.
Yeah, might as well.
That dude, I feel that. Yeah.
I've been rolling high all night. Might as well take a low.
Perception?
Too worried about stuff.
Perception. Any?
12. Okay.
Do you have a focus for that? 12. Unfortunately, during this 2 hour period, you are unable to find any way to get to any north side, whatever that might be there. At least not with a 12. What did you get over there, Jax?
19 with a stunt die of 5.
Nice.
You
Okay.
see everything.
You find another tram that was broke down in here, kind of not on the tracks though. This was a tram that was removed from the tracks because it broke and has now been sitting off the side on the maintenance track. But you do find another 3 med injectors.
We're gonna need those.
So now you guys have 5 total.
Yep. Did you say it took us a few days to get this open? So
It
we
took
could
me
start
4
walking?
days to open it up. Yeah.
So you guys were healing during those 4 days?
Yes.
Cool.
Right. It's a D6 a day.
We're still on the 4th day.
Mm-hmm.
I got this one little hit point that just is eluding me. It's all.
But do you use any of your
Full
med
back.
injectors now, or do you save them?
Nope. No. I don't even have one. Who has the med injectors?
I got 3.
You have 3.
Yeah.
You used 1 already. Where are the other 2?
I imagine he would have them if he used them.
Okay.
So between you have 5 left.
I don't know what you're talking about. I only have 1.
Well, we know who's gonna die first.
But as you continue travel, you do eventually start to see light at the end of the tunnel as you all pass on. Good game. I'm just kidding. As you all start to see some emergency lighting at the end of this tunnel that appears to be illuminating what would be the world junction ahead, and you see that it does not it has not collapsed to a point where you can't get through. But you do see already from this distance, like there was definitely a scuffle up there.
So, who all went into another tunnel? Did we all go into the other tunnel?
Nobody went into another tunnel.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to work my way north.
Okay, I thought they were.
They tried to get to find another tunnel, but what they found was a maintenance
Okay, cool.
section where the train was removed and placed on didn't work on.
I think I'm gonna Gordax.
It was actually the one of the places you guys were gonna stop by and drop off Mr. Maintenance Guy to do some work before, shit hit the fan today.
Gordak's gonna go ahead and probably run point and just try to understand what difficulties or dangers might be here. Is there any other people that have been harmed somewhere along the way? Is there...
Make a perception-based focus test, everybody.
That is a triple 4.
That's pretty good.
12 with the 2, 14 plus a stun of 4.
Triple 4, you said?
Yeah. Can you one-up me?
I can 2-up you, actually.
You Yahtzeed?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my Lanta.
18 plus 3, 21, with stun die of 6.
Okay, God, calm down.
27. I don't know.
You are the light.
I see everything.
And nobody will ever believe you. 15 with a stun of 5.
I see that you have familial problems.
Fuck. Let me see your hand.
Okay.
You've seen my problems.
So,
I can see that you're dick.
you got 14.
18.
15 stun 5.
12. 21 stun 6.
Okay, you guys see a lot of shit. As you guys are approaching, you definitely see some dead mutants. Several class 2 mutations. And a few class 1. And you see a mix of a bunch of other individuals who have... Let me switch this over to the World Junction. And you see a bunch of other civilians who also got killed and who also started to mutate, but either got taken out before they finished their mutation.
These are all dead.
Okay.
Are any of them Homeboy's wife? We're at the burger stand.
You do not see any survivors yet.
No, I'm talking about dead bodies.
But as you pull, you don't see any dead. He hasn't spotted her yet.
Oh.
I will say that. So as you guys, oh God, please no. As he starts to breathe pretty heavily, we need to find Kelly, and we need to find Wendy. They were both over here. Wendy's my daughter. Dad, where are they? World Burger's right over there. You look over in that direction and you do see amongst the scattered dead mutants and dead people, you do see several dead security guards, one of which his brains were blown across the tracks, and is currently laid out across them, and you see an individual kind of slumped up against the front counter to World Burger. This security guard whose legs are gone, just holding a shotgun out, and just collapsed in his lap as he just lays there bled out on the floor to the entrance to World Burger. So,
I haven't talked to Edward, actually. I don't know anything about Edward.
I think that guy's dead. The guy without legs, or the guy's brain's blown out?
Yes.
Both.
Yes.
Kelly!
Astute observation.
You hear him shout and make another perception test.
Shut up, guys. 14, 17 stunt 4.
Eight stunt 2.
17.
16.
You're not entirely sure what the noise is, but you do hear a noise, some sort of like shuffle or scuffle come from the back of the World Burger, from behind the counter somewhere. From back either in the kitchen or back in the offices of it somewhere.
Gordak's gonna yell out, like, A.T.W.E. security, who's there? No.
You do hear a response. Hello? Who's security? I'm back here.
So having interacted with a lot of these creatures, are they able to mimic?
No.
Okay. So it
At least not that you've seen yet.
that I've seen.
Not
Like,
yet.
so it seems.
Thanks for the ideas. No, I'm just kidding.
Listen, no, I'm here to help you kill me. My name is Gordak. I'm with security. Are you okay?
Fuck no.
Understand. Listen,
Is Calvin okay? I haven't left this room for days.
let's not worry about Calvin. I don't know a Calvin. I'm coming through. I'm coming in.
Okay.
I mean you no harm.
Okay.
So I'm gonna like push my way back with my shotgun in my hand behind my back a little bit.
Got a sedative.
You turn the corner and
Sedative.
You're with me?
Yeah.
Okay.
you don't see her behind the counter. You go back into the kitchen. You see her kind of like at the very back edge of the kitchen underneath a steel countertop, just kind of huddled into a ball. And she's got like this short bob like green hair that's kind of messy right now. She looks like if she wasn't terrified shitless that she'd be a real trouble for her parents.
This is a younger girl, like teenager.
Yeah, she looks like she's what did I put for her age? I think I put
Does she look like Edward?
a little
Wendy. Does she look like Wendy?
bit. She's 14.
Wendy.
I'm Wendy.
Calm down, Wendy. We're here. We're here. We've got arms. We've come. Listen, there's a collapse in the tunnels. I don't know what's going on exactly. Just relax, okay? I know you've been through some shit. I want you to try to calm down.
My mom's trapped in the food locker. She locked herself in there with those things.
With them?
She was trying to protect me.
That's noble of her. She's probably dead.
Way to be gentle about it.
I'm pretty sure she already knows.
You
Like,
think I don't know that?
I don't know how intelligent you are. I've never met you before.
Who's with you?
You have pretty hair.
Is that you, Wendy? Wendy, are you
Say that to
okay?
a 14-year-old.
She has
Wendy.
hair. She has pretty hair. Like,
Look, just because you compliment someone's hair doesn't mean anything.
yeah.
I don't know anybody who just goes in a situation like this. Also, you have pretty hair.
No. It went from like, oh, I just scared the shit out of her. I'm trying to say something nice.
Yeah, that's all it is. That's all it is.
Trying to disarm her. That's all it was.
She doesn't have a gun.
Dad,
Or
is
does
that
she?
you? I don't think Mom's okay. Edward comes running in, and you see Nick behind him just run and hug his sister. What's going on? Where's Kelly? I don't think she's okay, Dad. She's in there. Can we get her out?
Nope. I'm going to stand in front of that door.
You hear something like coming from inside of that cooler.
I'm ready my shotgun if the door opens.
It appears to be barricaded shut from the inside, or at least locked from the inside. You do see large claw marks across like some sides of the container from the outside.
Should we just barricade this side and just assume she's dead?
We can't just leave her in there.
She's dead.
Yeah, she's gone.
Why not? Her body's being preserved.
What if that thing just eats her?
Then it's being processed? Sorry, I'm gonna go outside. I'm not good in these situations.
That might be
He
for
rolls a
best,
13 to
lad.
punch you.
It hits.
He hits you for 1 point of damage.
One whole point of damage.
One whole
Well,
point.
now you're not worried about just
Now I've got 2 elusive points of health.
It's okay, Dad. He's
You can
right.
med hit him again.
As you see Nick go up to him,
I don't retaliate.
he says, "It's okay, Dad. He's right. She is dead." You and your feelings. He just kind of like sits and slumps up against the door to the food locker. Just give me some time. Wendy and Nicholas will both sit next to him as they just kind of sit next to the food locker. And just as a nice visual, you do see, if you were to look at this food locker with x-ray vision, you do see Kelly slumped up against the door as they are slumped up against the door, like,
How poetic.
so sweet. But Kelly is
With
super
this
dead.
newfound X-ray vision, do I see the monsters on the other side too?
Unknown.
Your X-ray vision only works for sad stories, okay?
I mean, I think monsters on the other side are pretty sad, so...
Unknown. You just know that she is also slumped up against the door. But the good news is you made it this far, and now you have more rations. The bad news is there is another hole in the ceiling.
And we don't have another net, do we?
Yeah,
I look
you
for-
might be able to find
I
one.
look for a net.
So is it super hot in here?
Make a perception or searching test if anybody's assisting in finding this net.
I'm gonna try to find more food.
Pretty good looking. Oh, man.
Hey, what's this? Stunt.
9.
14.
9.
14 to help him. Stunt 5.
That's a 14 with a 5 stunt.
Fuck
Okay.
am I searching for this shit? God damn it, you two.
You know what it looks like?
So,
You do
I
know.
literally had it in my hands.
you do not find the net in its typical place, but when you do go back out there, you do see that one of the security personnel was in the process of installing the net. They got about half of it installed before falling, and you see... But you see that the remaining rods all got damaged in his fall. He was a rather big guy.
Well,
Didn't have sticky fingers though.
is there any, like, hope to...
You could activate that portion. It would only partially protect, but it might be better than nothing.
Yeah, I'll send Gore back up there to activate it.
Could I actually...
I like how I'm the one who's setting you.
Before he goes up,
There are a couple more
Listen,
rods that are still in shape that you could put on the adjacent wall. Maybe you can get a little bit more protection. But
So I don't have a problem with Kane.
do you want to climb again?
Kane dispatched a mother lover by a goddamn self. I got respect for Kane at this point. So
I hand him two of the other rods.
So go ahead and
Are
roll
you playing
3d6
fetch,
plus
kitty?
4. Actually, I think you got plus 6 last time, didn't you? Because there's 2 for strength,
I have 4
2
strength.
for grap. Oh yeah, 4 strength.
I have 4 strength, and then I have 1 fighting.
Before he goes up, could I try to medkit him?
What'd you get? What'd you get?
I win. Okay, it's a
Yeah.
17 before I add anything. Stunt for 6.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
I feel a lot more comfortable. These walls are cleaner. Okay, I'm hippity hopping and parkour inside to side.
Yeah, he's Spider-Man in that shit. Like,
So he would get him.
But you
Oh.
get the rods up
He
there.
wasn't.
He
was one away from that.
But you get them up, you install them, and it's providing a decent amount of protection, actually, the way you place them up there. And you actually find a couple more rods that are working, too, that you managed to get to work, and you shove those up there, and now you got, like, I mean, it's not as good as the protection you put up before, but it's there, and it's better than nothing.
Is it flickering though?
It is on one side. Yeah. But it's better than you would have gotten without.
I almost have 20 then. Okay.
No, that's as good as you... I gave you 2 extra rods.
I like extra rods. No diddy.
But you looked fucking awesome doing it.
Parkour.
You even find like a stray cable that is like
thought you were
on
gonna say
the
stray
ceiling, and you're able to grab that cable and like swing down, and then like have a nice little slide across the railroad.
I'll give out autographs later.
But you have access to more food, and at least for the time being, you are safe. So what are you doing? The tunnel is collapsed farther on to the corporate plaza. Nathan will approach everybody. Look, all right, so we should have enough resources now to make it back to Atmos. We just have to turn around, bring the digging equipment, and dig our way back.
We can't keep going towards the plaza.
We're at the plaza. Farther on, we just get to the corporate industry site, and that's still quite a ways away. It's equal distance back to Atmos. Might as well get to the safety of the city.
I think Gordak is starting to wonder what Nate. So first of all, like, how far is it between this plaza and Atmos, versus how far is it from the platform, the plaza to?
It's the same distance.
It's equidistant.
Equidistant.
Why the hell are we just going forward?
To the corporate industrial zone.
That's where we're heading, isn't it?
Sure, but we're still stuck out of Atmos. We need to clear the track back. Everybody at the industrial corporate zone is also stuck there until we get this track cleared out.
What he's saying is if we go back to the town, we could get better equipment to come dig everybody else out. He's a prick, but he's right.
There'd be no equipment in the corporate area.
There might be equipment in the corporate
feel like
area. They
there'd
could be digging out towards us right now, but
Gordak's not super smart, so I'm not gonna.
they could be digging towards us right now from the corporate districts, since there's been a collapse. But we still need to clear the track back to the city.
Gordak's not real smart, so I'm not gonna say that.
You're fine. You are fine. You guys do. Well, I mean, okay. So some of you are hurt. Do you take some time to rest here? Do you take any days of rest, or do you just want to continue moving? And if so, in what direction?
I mean, I would at least take the day to make sure we gather up all the supplies that we can before we head back
From the plaza.
to go back to the city. But I want to make sure that we have everything that we could possibly need that's in this area. The supplies, the food, any extra med kits.
Make a searching test at the World Junction.
That's a 13.
I'll say you find another med kit. You find plenty of food. There are more guns because of the security personnel. You find another shotgun if anybody wants that.
I give it to Gina.
It does. How many shotgun rounds have you used any yet?
I haven't used my shotgun yet. No.
Okay, then I'll say that you guys have 43 rounds between all of you. There's plenty, but that's what you have. And you find 3 pistols, 3 semi-automatic pistols.
Got any armor? Dead man's armor that I can put on?
There may be an armored vest or 2 about. Let's say there's like 3 armored vests. One of them is damaged though, so there's like 2 working armored vests. If you want to grab those.
Yeah, I'll grab one. Do you have armor?
Let me look, where do I have
Here,
armored
use this
vests?
armor that didn't help this dead man.
I'm gonna have to look it up. I'll tell you at the end of the session what the armored vest has for armor.
Okay.
Unless I need it before then, which might happen. 2 armored vests. Yep, and what did I say? 1 extra med kit?
Yep.
So, okay.
How big
Anything
is this
else?
plaza?
Like a food court. Maybe a little bigger.
It's like you stop here for lunch or something on the way. Or...
Right.
Gordak's gonna just posture the question to the group, right? Like, we know the tunnel is collapsed behind us. That means there are potentially mutated specimen there that are dangerous. We don't know anything about the tunnel ahead.
We technically don't know anything about the tunnel behind us either.
Just that it's collapsed,
Mm-hmm.
and like anything could climb down those walls and infest the entire tunnel.
That is the same good looking forward to, though.
But we don't know that.
It's collapsed right there.
Was it collapsed on the front side too?
It's collapsed behind where your train was, and it's collapsed ahead of the junction.
Ahead of the jump. Okay, I missed
Yeah.
that part. Okay.
Yeah.
Gordak didn't actually have any of that conversation with
Nope,
anybody.
you're good. You're good. I don't know if I described it quite well enough there.
Sometimes I don't listen. So that's fine.
But yeah, it's collapsed in multiple places.
But I'm following Kane.
I know that the 2 kids that are here are probably scared, and it's probably better for them to go back to the city than go to a corporate warehouse, essentially.
Okay. I mean, we just killed them. I'm just kidding. It's a joke. It's a joke.
The kids or the
Dude,
corporate
dude,
warehouse?
Yeah. Speak up, man. Go ahead.
I do have 2 sedatives. Just
Not to
Yeah,
be
'cause
confused
that's
with
gonna
laxatives.
Then
Not
we
to
have
be
to
confused
carry
with
children.
laxatives.
yes.
That's exactly why that won't work.
Yeah, we
What?
have to then carry a 14-year-old child and
If they
a
freak out.
8-year-old child.
We can tie him to the excavator.
See, got a plan.
Until I need to use it to move a bunch of stuff.
By the
We
neck.
could take him off.
Yeah,
Dragging.
by the neck.
Dragging.
It's a joke. It's a joke. Not a real suggestion.
I do have 2 poisons as well. We could just take care of that problem.
You 3 have opinions. You share them. I'm following Kane.
There's no real need to go down any other tunnels besides just front or back.
Correct.
So
Kane is of the opinion to head back towards the city.
Probably smart.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you doing that through the way you came?
No, through the way we came.
I mean, I don't think there's another way, is there?
There's other tunnels. Like we can go sideways, get to another. So there's like multiple platforms on rail stations. Like you could potentially go over. I'm assuming the plaza is like that, like where you can transition. Trains are going forward, backwards.
Right. There is one tunnel that on the north side potentially.
Hey, listen. Is Nate around?
Yeah.
Hey Nate, you want to grab me something from the kitchen? I could use a glass of water.
Make a persuasion type test.
This is gonna go great.
You asking your boss for a glass of water?
What goes to persuasion? Communication, right?
Yeah.
I ain't got that. 10.
I think I'm gonna stay right here.
You fuck. I'm just joshing you, Nate. Just
Do you
joshing.
think you could check you have security clearance, right? Since you're one of the leads here, or you're a head person.
Right.
You want to see if you can check the security office?
That's what my security officer is for.
Well, I mean, but you have the cards, right? He doesn't have shit. He's just a dummy, right? So you should probably go check that out.
Listen, I'd be offended, but he's gonna get up with
Make a persuasion test.
Thanks.
it. He's a bit of a dick, but
I did stunt on a 1, but let's see, 7 persuasion.
Of some kind. What do you have? Deception? Do you have that?
Bargaining.
What are you bargaining in?
selling and buying things, right?
Shut up.
He's selling him a load of shit. Is what he's selling.
I do have a +1 to the side of communication.
Right, I think that was
That was just adding a +1 to your
Right.
initial score.
Okay, so it would be 7, 12.
I don't think so.
Can I try to just
Sedate him.
Sneak away?
just try to like sneak away? Just kind of while they're discussing, I'm just kind of slowly. I just want to see what's down that other tunnel. See if it's.
You sedate Nate?
Well, let's
I'm
go
not
ahead.
going
Just make a stealth check if you have it. If not, roll dexterity.
I wasn't sure who you were trying to sedate. 400.
Oh, that's different than what I thought it was. 8, 9, not good. 10. Okay, that's too
Hey, don't go too far.
Me?
Need everybody to stay here. Safer together. Don't go too far.
I'm just looking for supplies. That's all.
Make a persuasion test.
I can persuade it a little bit better.
8's together strong.
And if I have that, then
Then you
I
add
one.
+2.
+2. So what was this? 12.
Sure, that's probably fine. It's not trying to persuade him to do anything that he would go against. So you go in to get supplies, that's probably enough for that. Go ahead and make a searching or some sort of perception test to see if you can find anything interesting.
10, 15.
Oh.
16, 17.
Okay. So, as you are exploring, you do find a corridor that is currently locked, but you do also find a security guard in this area with a badge that you can snatch and use to open that security door. Do you open that security door?
Can I hear anything? Is that even
You don't hear anything.
no? I wanna. So it's just that door down here. Besides.
You just see a large steel door that goes off to another corridor. It's got like a panel of glass. You can kind of see into the next room. Okay, so as you scan it and you open the door and you continue on, you take a look down the left, you see another security door. This one has another glass panel, and through that glass panel, you do see a large, it's like one of those tramway system doors that connect each rail to each junction. And you see one of those marked biostem, restricted access only, blah blah.
I want to see if this badge opens. I'm gonna go try to carefully do that.
Okay, so as you open the next door, you get over to that. It's a large door, and your key card doesn't work with it, but you do see this large door. You look through and it doesn't really have a glass panel actually to look through. So, but you do make it to the door. It appears to be locked. You're going to need some heavy equipment to get in, or the right security clearance to get in.
I'm gonna say Nick.
Huh?
Nate.
Okay, as you
No.
go, do you go back to the group?
I'm gonna go back to the group.
Okay. Back to the group. So, as you return, all right. So let's get this mining equipment back up and head back down this tunnel. Is that what you guys are doing?
I think so.
Hey,
Gordon.
Gordon, you wanna come help me? Something?
What's that?
You wanna come help me with something?
What is it you need help with?
You're a pretty strong guy. Help.
The strongest.
Are you?
I need you to help me
Are you
move
the
a few
strongest?
things. I thought I heard somebody crying out there and whimpering. Wanted to see if we can maybe try to move a little bit of wool.
You think there's somebody out there hurt?
Yeah. Think so.
Yeah. Dude, I don't like when people are hurting.
Make
Let's
another
go.
persuasion test.
And
Nate's
then,
listening in. So make another red test.
with
This is for
a
Nate, not for Gorgak. He's
Gordak's trying to help. You know?
persuasion. So 6 with a 3. So 6, 7 with a 3. 8, 9, 10, 11.
I'm feeling charitable today. I'll go with you. I'm gonna help this survivor.
Oh, shit.
doing, trying to turn it around.
So we get down there a little ways, and I'm listening in and say, I don't hear them anymore. I think they sound like they were
What are you
on
playing at?
the edge of death
What are you playing at?
with my degree.
He's gonna make a perception
Medicine.
test to see if he can spot that key card you grabbed. He does not.
It was the security guard here. I thought he was still alive. It looks like he's dead. If you feel here, you can feel there's no pulse.
As you make that remark, he kind of like shakes his head, and you guys hear a large clattering, some sort of noise, and then as you guys, any of you who are still by the railway system, as you look down in the direction of where the noise came from, you do see what appears to be something fucking big at the end of that tunnel.
Is this going towards
with
the...
giant yellow fucking eyes.
Back towards where we came from.
Right, and it appears to be filling up quite a bit of the tunnel.
Hey, you want to go back?
Collapse it, maybe?
You
For the record, I was
Well,
going to tell
and
you.
Well, if this guy's the one that you thought we were gonna save,
and
yeah, probably should
maybe
head back.
anybody else who wants to roll an intelligence test, but you two especially, you would know that this is a
I'm really good at intelligence.
class
We
4.
don't have to roll for it. We already know.
You guys would know that this is a class 4 mutation.
Fuck.
I was going to tell you for the record.
No.
That's a 6 with the style point of 1 for Roy.
You also start to hear as you look up and you see that makeshift barrier that was placed up, you see a few class 2 mutants, like a handful of them, all smashing things into the barrier.
Nate, where do we need to go?
Back through the tunnel. Fuck.
We gotta go north.
Make a communication test. See if you can expedite his thought process.
That's an 8 with a stunt of 6.
As he has his arms up, you do see his security badge hanging from his chest. So if any of you do anything with that information. So as you yank that... Wait! Where are you going? Yes. Okay. Go. Oh, fuck. As he starts running, as you guys chase, I would imagine you follow Jax, who appears to be going in the same direction as Nathan.
I'm guessing the excavator isn't going to get through where we need to go, right?
Not anymore.
We need.
I mean, you could try.
I'm not
all
going
the
to
civvies.
That'll be fine.
We need to grab all the civvies.
Yes, that's the
Right,
next
you
thing.
see Edward and Wendy and Nick were also not very far because they were outside of World Burger when you guys were having this conversation about moving on, and they, oh god, as they all start to run and make chase after the group, you guys get about down to where that doorway is as you hear the field shatter on that solar protection. And then you hear the slam of like a heavy claw slamming into the railways and go as you see some of the as you kind of look over your shoulder, the last ones who pass through, you do see several of the class 2 and 1 mutations kind of starting to peel towards you as that large huge creature actually incidentally just smashes one on the way after chasing you guys down this hallway. As it gets close to that corridor and it starts to shrink and it can't quite get through, you see it like smashing it and you see the walls start to collapse in certain areas as you guys make it through that corridor and over to that steel wall, that steel door that leads off into the biostem restricted area. You use the key card, you open the door, and as you do, as everybody's starting to peel through, you see the class 2 mutations starting to run their way down that hallway, and I need a acrobatic or athletic test of some kind from you guys, either dex or strength, to see how quickly you can get the fuck out of Dodge and shut this door behind you before anything peels through.
Would that be might then?
Yeah, might's fine. Might works.
I think I can apply strength towards running, can't I? So it doesn't add to my movement, but it like, I feel like I read that somewhere.
Yeah, it's fine.
So 13 with a stun of 3.
Okay.
14.
Sorry, yeah.
I got a 14. 13 plus 1.
19.
What did Roy get?
14.
Okay. Good. Okay. All right. So as you all make your way through, I ain't letting none of these motherfuckers get through this doorway. Y'all go. As you see Gina firing. Fuck this motherfucker right on me as she goes to shut the door. She does get knocked back.
We did give her a shotgun.
She has a shotgun.
She has a
now?
shotgun. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. She
Kane
blows
definitely
one
gave her
of
a
these motherfuckers up a little bit.
We found that extra shotgun and nobody else claimed it, so I gave it to
Because
Gina.
you found the shotgun, she does land a pretty significant blow on this one that does charge her through the door and knocks her through. As you see this class 2 mutation kind of like lunge out into this secret biostem restricted area. But who's going to shut the door behind her before more get through?
One of us.
Well, I was thinking I was tailing. I'll let you if you want to be a hero, you can be a hero.
Yeah.
But I was thinking like I was tailing people, trying to like make sure they got
Okay,
through.
yeah.
And I was thinking I was grabbing a grenade
Okay.
and like dropping that thing as I pulled the door shut. Was in my head what I was thinking.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be that.
Nope, I like it better. So you see her kind of like yelling at you to come through as you toss that grenade, and it blasts off behind as it actually ends up blasting one of these Class 2 mutations through the doorway.
Okay.
But you do see that it is significantly bloodied as you shut that door behind and latch it. You are now in this biostem restricted area with this mutant. And that's where we're going to end this session.
Sessions over. It's over about 2 hours. What you talking about?
I hope everyone enjoyed this episode of the A.T.W.E. or the Atmos Tram-Way Express. Bit of danger, bit of chaos, bit of exploration into what the black has effect-wise on people and animals and whatever the fuck that thing was in the tunnel. If you want to see more of this, please subscribe if you liked it, like it, I guess, all that fun stuff that you do. And if you want to see more, there is also the main campaign that has been running alongside this one. And if you like D&D streams, I also play in
Potato Place Gaming, yo.
yeah. Rob, if you want to give them a little lay down of that.
So I'm part of that crew with Chris. You can find us on Twitch, YouTube for our different campaigns. We're currently running our main campaign 2 right now. That's been some pretty crazy stuff in that so far. Next Friday, if anybody is interested, I am running a one-shot. It will be live starting about 7 p.m. Central Standard Time at twitch.tv/Potato Place Gaming. We also do Extra Life Charity for Children's Miracle Network, where all of that goes to help local children's hospitals. There's going to be some fun donation incentives for affecting the campaign for that one shot next week if anybody is so inclined. I have 5 or 6 people that are from various different D&D worlds that I play in, because I'm all over the place when it comes to Dungeons and Dragons, as some of my friends here know. But yeah, that's going to be next Friday, March 21st at about 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. Yeah, that's the big one for that.
All right. Well, hope you enjoyed and have a lovely evening.